It's over. The Chiefs have won. The Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57. The Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. He runs and he throws. Caught. Touchdown. It's caught. Hardman caught the ball. The Chiefs have won. The Chiefs have won their third Super Bowl in 5 years. The Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions. It is a dynasty.
The way we were, the way we were.
And now, wondering if we'd ever get some Streisand in the open, Soren Petro.
Right you are, K. Right you are. Petro on the program on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Thank you for joining us here on a gloomy, chilly Wednesday afternoon. But the good news is 50s.
Yes.
50s and maybe even 60 coming after today. So grin and bear it. Suck it up, people. FTI. Fight through it.
And it's not even good. It's 38.
Better days are ahead. I know, but when you get a little bit of a taste of better, then it sucks when you go back.
Yeah,
you know, like that April day where it's like, it's 48 today, or like 42 after you've had like 55, 55, 62, 58. Like, and all of a sudden it's like 42? You've got to be kidding me. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Starting tomorrow, 56, 54, 49, then 62, 3 straight days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then in the 50s all next week.
Yeah. So
through the weekend.
But there'll be a snowstorm still.
Right.
The snow season is like mid-January to like mid-March or even like April 1 now. I mean, we had, what was it, about 5 years ago? We had snow on like May 2nd or 3rd.
We were going, what is happening here?
Like, what the hell?
The minute that all the snow is melted that's out there right now, it'll snow again.
Yeah.
Really, almost all that's out there is the stuff that's packed.
Yeah.
It'll be gone by the weekend.
Jam-packed program for you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, as you're driving in your car, I want you to think about this. I want you to say to yourself, do I really deserve this? Have I earned this? We're going to play The Feud. Todd Lebo will join us. That in and of itself. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Chance for some Nick and Jake's. I had lunch today at Nick and Jake's. Mwah.
You win.
Chef's Kiss. Their new Italian-themed Olympic menu is out. The Winter Games menu. You know,
they do such a great job.
I know. You know who does?
They crushed it in 24 at the Summer Olympics.
Kevin Timmons is not the man behind the great job that is done on this. So I want to be crystal clear.
JT.
It would be Jen Timmons, who is the creative one, the talented one. She has put together a beautiful menu. The Winter Games menu, Milan Cortina 2026, week 1. And I can tell you that they already have, the Olympics have started. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. The curling is going.
They get rolling early now.
They had like 4 curling matches on the TVs there. Great spot to go watch the Olympics right there at Nick and Jake's. Nick is very of the Nick and Jake duo. Mm-hmm. He's kind of hoity-toity.
Is he?
So like Nick likes the minestrone della nana, right? Jake calls it grandma's veggie and meat soup.
I love these comparisons. It's so funny.
You know? Same thing.
Yep.
Bacon, ham, cabbage, carrots, onion, kale, great northern beans, macaroni noodles, crafted Romano. It's Nick's Nana's famous recipe.
Yeah, dude, I will crush the minestrone.
I will crush that. I will crush it.
Good stuff.
There were oysters being had today. Not my jam.
Yeah.
But there was all kinds of wonderful food at Nick and Jake's. There always is. Lunch, dinner, got lunch version. You can go check that out. But check out everything. This one, Jake calls it the seafood stuffed pancakes. Mm-hmm. Nick, a little higher end, Manicani e frutti di mare. Shrimp, scallop, crab, spinach and cheese stuffed crepes, homemade Alfredo, shrimp, sun-dried tomato, lemon and arugula salad, red wine marinara, Parmesan, basil oil.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it's quite a menu. Go celebrate the Olympics, Nick and Jake style. They did a phenomenal job with the Oui France, the France menu that we had this past summer, and they've got a wonderful Italian. Hey!
Te salud.
I don't know, like real Italians, are they all like Joe Pesci?
Probably not.
You know, like in Italy, like at the Winter Olympics?
Are they all...
This guy's a rat!
Sal.
family. Rats. Yeah.
Sal from The Sopranos.
But no, they've got a great menu. Go see them at Nick and Jake's. In fact, we'll give you a chance to win some Nick and Jake's when we play the feud when Todd Lebo gets here. Are you worth it? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out.
Just
when
one
we
more
get to the
note
3 o'clock hour.
on that. Nick and Jake's is a place, they don't have cooks, they have chefs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's chef stuff there.
That is chef stuff. You are absolutely right.
They stand out in that regard.
Tim Grunhard will be with us. Not a chef.
No.
Not a chef.
Would he be more Jake than Nick?
He'd be more Joe than even Jake.
Ah.
Noodles and stuff.
Put it in a bowl and throw it at my face.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he'd be. But Tim
I thought
Grunhard,
he was only drinking shakes now.
that's what he said, like 4 days a week or something.
Yeah, 4 days a week he's
don't-
drinking some.
We lost him.
Yes.
We lost him.
Yeah.
We lost him. He was one of us at one point,
Yep.
but we've lost him. One of the great phrases Mick Schaefer
Yep.
ever hit me to. Like, who was he talking about? Like,
Can't remember.
yeah, like they're usually use it in reference to famous people. It was like, like Johnny Depp or something. Like, like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, well, he's doing this and that. He's pretty cool. And then, like, when he got super artsy and everything, we lost him.
We just lost him.
know. Tom Cruise and the Scientology, we lost him.
Yep.
He's one of all the right moves and the first Top Gun. He's one of us, but we lost him. He's gone. You can't get him back.
Yeah.
We've lost him.
I used to use the term.
We lost Tim with his eating.
Use the
He's
term
gone.
that this person's wandered out past where the buses run, but I actually like Mick's better because it's more succinct.
I was like, we lost him.
Yeah, we lost him.
And I totally get it when you say it. We lost him. We should make a list of people we've lost.
We've lost those we've lost along
They're
the way.
still alive. They're not
Yeah.
dead.
We've just lost them.
They're just we've lost them. They're not in the mix anymore.
They left in free agency.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
or they fell
They
in
went-
the couch
They
cushions.
went Jim Schwartz. They just
Whatever.
left the
Yeah,
building.
we lost them. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Aaron Schatz will be with us. He came up with the DVOA, which Baltimore is like 11-time defending DVOA champions.
Yes, it's amazing.
That's not true. They didn't win it this year, but I love the DVOA. It's a great tool. It's not the end-all, be-all, but it's a great tool. Aaron Schatz from FTN Fantasy will be with us, and we'll talk about the Super Bowl. We'll talk some Chiefs football with him as well. Football brainiac type of guy is what
He is for sure.
That's what he is.
Fits in here because we're
Yes.
smart.
Yes.
Yup.
We're real smart and all.
We're all for that fancy book learning and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was
Absolutely.
talking to some people after my game last night around the school.
Your
on the
game?
court,
What were
my
you- what were
game
you- what were you-
at St. Michael's.
Card game of
Arkansas.
that? Oh, no. What?
And
You're what? Oh, you call the game.
yeah, basketball game.
Let
last
people
night.
in on the
basketball game
on the
at St.
story.
Michael last night, and the topic came up. I was like, hey, what are you guys all talking about? And it's like, it's academics. I just said I have nothing to contribute to this.
Oh, wow.
I'll see you guys on Friday.
Yeah, I'm out.
There's nothing I could add that's going to help this conversation.
I like it. Academics. I'm for it. There you go. Let's talk a little bit of football. I hear people, this is a common theme, and it's not just a Kansas City thing, but people are questioning, like, is this feel like the Super Bowl? I get it here, it doesn't, because we're used to being in it. So there is a withdrawal, there's no doubt.
Hence the open.
But is it really? I mean, is this Raiders, Bucks? Is this Ravens, Giants, like 2000 and 2002? Or two Super Bowls where the four teams in those two Super Bowls didn't sniff any part of a Super Bowl after that?
Yeah.
Even the Seahawks, like when they won theirs, they came back and lost it the next year. They proved to be, hey, that's a team that's to be reckoned with. Mm-hmm. But 2000 and 2002, am I missing any recently? But most of them have all had the Pats and Chiefs.
Yeah. I was looking and trying to find how many times.
The Rams have validated their win over the Bengals. The Bengals haven't gotten back, but the Rams have been a player that when they arrived and they're lost to the Patriots, came back and beat the Bengals. They've proven, and they've knocked on the door a couple of times since, they've proven to be part of it. But, I mean, like as far as like a couple of teams that just sunshined on a dog's rear end for 1 year, and they really weren't that great beforehand and they weren't that great after, does this smell like that?
Does kind of. I was trying to look at the matchups to see how many times in the last 15 or 20 years that the two quarterbacks going in the game had not been to the Super Bowl. Both quarterbacks had not been before. Rams, Bengals, Stafford and Burrow hadn't.
Even though the Rams
were
had. Back, the same coach was back, but different quarterback, yeah.
You go back to, let's see, Ravens, 49ers. But you're already going back to 2012. That's already 13 years to find the second one.
Although the Ravens have been knocking on the door every year since, it feels like. That's not quite true. There was a couple of 500s back-to-back in there and that kind of thing. But, yeah, that's an interesting point.
And that's about it for the last 20 years.
Now, is this an issue of star power, just not being there this year? Because in years past, we had Brady versus Mahomes, and it was Chiefs-Eagles rematch, Chiefs-Niners rematch. Stars on both sides. Which is,
I remember the time when during that stretch, that 2000, 2001, 2002, we had a stretch where we watched John Elway win back-to-back in 98 and 99, right? Is that right? Or 99 and 2000?
97 and 98.
97 and 98. And then in 99, a grocery boy won the Super Bowl.
Stalker.
That would be Kurt Warner, for those that do not know his story of being basically out of football and stocking groceries at a grocery store before resurrecting his career in the Arena League or getting his career started. I don't want to say resurrected, getting it started. Then in 2000, we had Trent Dilfer win it with a great Ravens defense. Then in 2001, we had some hump 6th-round pick win it. You know, a guy who couldn't even hold on to the starting job at Michigan because Drew Henson was a better recruit and would take the starting job from Tom Brady from time to time. At that point, we were like, Marty was right. This quarterback thing's way overrated. You know, like, whoa, look at these guys. And then what do we find out? Right? Kurt Warner goes on to be one of the great passers of all time. Gets back to the Super Bowl. Gets back to 2 other Super Bowls with the team he went the first time, but then it takes another team there, and Tom Brady ends up being Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And so the anomaly is just Trent Dilfer.
Yep.
Right? The following year, even, and I had on Brady won it in 01, but 02 was then Brad Johnson.
Yeah.
Who was a journeyman who was on his 3rd or 4th team.
Yep.
With the Bucks, and he beat Rich Gannon, who did win an MVP, but I think was a 3rd-round pick of the Vikings, was out of football for a year. The Chiefs brought him back, and then he went to the Raiders and ended up blowing up. But he did nothing really in the playoffs before or after.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he had a window where he's a very good quarterback.
Yep.
Like I said, MVP. But even just the winners, it appeared there that we had a run of 4 straight just nobodies winning quarterback. 2 of them rose up. 2 of them are what I'm talking about. So what is this matchup? What is Darnold Drew Brees? That would be the comp I like. If Darnold's going to go on to play a high-level football, because he's still not even that old. Isn't he just like 28? Because he was 21 his first season in the league.
Yeah, he'll be 29 in June.
Okay, so he's 28 years old. This is his 28-year-old season. Seems like he's been around forever.
It does.
He looks the most like Brad Johnson, right? And maybe, I think he's better than that. Okay, Rich Gannon, like whether he wins or loses, but Rich Gannon is going to have this little window where he plays at the highest level. But, like, is he going to go down as one of the greats? Rich Gannon's not going down as one of the greats. Drew Brees is. You know, those are the rungs that, like, I'd be interested. Call your shot right now. What is this Super Bowl? Is it the beginning of yet another leg of the Patriot dynasty, and Drake May is going to be a star? Oh, he's so young. He has to be. Ben Roethlisberger was young. They were great. Dan Marino was young. He was great. They didn't get back there, but he was great. You know, well, David Woodley held the record for youngest quarterback until it was broken by whoever's still got it. Was it Roethlisberger or was it?
Let me see.
Who was?
Youngest to win?
Youngest to play in it.
Play in?
Because that's what they're.
Sure, I can find
Drake May is the second youngest to play in it, right? I think is the case. David Woodley took the Dolphins to the Super Bowl in 1984 and never came back, or in 1982.
Yeah.
And was replaced by Dan Marino like a year later.
Marino is still the youngest.
Marino is still the youngest?
Yeah.
So
23 years, 127 days.
Okay. So what do we have here? What are we looking at? I'd be interested if somebody wants to call the shot and say, I think Drake May is a star. Well, then that sucks.
Yeah.
And I would tend to be in the camp. Like, if Sam Darnold wins this, then he's ready to be Rich Gannon in my book.
Yeah, because he's coming off a season where, the season he had last year, touchdown interception, was actually better than this year. He would have put together a really good season with one team and then gone on to win the Super Bowl the next year with a completely different roster.
Yeah, but it's like we always said, the old drag racing thing, for it to be a record, you had to be within 10% of whatever your time. I can't even remember what it used to be, but if you ran a time, you had to turn around and your next time had to be within a certain point, or it was just like, nah, it's probably wind aided, or something, whatever happened. This year has certainly validated last year's run.
Yeah.
I still am kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop on him, quarterback-wise. Like, I on Underdog, I'm already in higher than 1/2 INT. I'm in lower than 241.5, I think, on his passing yards. And I was looking today, that's 240.5 on Underdog now. So I'm not convinced yet on Darnold. I'm ready to crown Drake May, particularly as a 4.5 point dog.
Or even if he doesn't.
I feel like Drake, the pedigree, and I'm sure what part, but Darnold has a 4th round pick. He's just been given up on by
the 3rd overall pick.
Yeah, but he's been given up. Darnold's been given up on by 4 teams.
Yeah,
right. That's the difference in the two. But he was the 4th overall pick. Drake May was the 2nd overall pick. So there's pedigree there originally with both of them. But I feel like Drake May is going to be the real deal.
Yeah,
I mean, I like his running ability to buy time, which is going to make him successful along the way while he learns to deliver the football even better. I think Drake May is going to be for real.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so I'm terrified because I think Mike Vrabel's a stud. I am hoping that the Chiefs will make as many Super Bowls as the Patriots do here moving forward.
Yeah, that's what I think about this Super Bowl. It's not just Drake May; it's the combination him and Vrabel, just announcing themselves as the new stars in the AFC.
And they're both quarterbacks are playing in their first year for a new head coach. I mean, Vrabel's first year at New England, and Darnold's first year with Seattle. So those combinations, the most important player coach combination in all of sports. This is their first year, and it's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been really good. So I'm of the opinion that Mike Vrabel's here to stay. Drake May is here to stay. The Pats are here to stay. I'm not, and in part of it's because it's McDonald's 2nd year, and we're in we saw 4 or 5 years of Vrabel in Tennessee. So we've got some, we got a history there with him. I'm not quite as ready to crown the Seahawks.
And if looking back on the previous,
even though they're a heavy favorite,
right.
Not a heavy favorite, but a 4.5 point favorite in this game. But by I think the just to pick the game outright on Underdog, it's -2 something. So that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Pretty solid when you talk about the favorite.
If one of these two ends up being winning 3 of the next 5, compared to the people they'll have to deal with. Is the competition in the AFC that Drake May will have to deal with, is it better or worse than what Patrick Mahomes did when he came out, when he first kind of exploded? Or is it going to be tougher or easier? Same thing with Darnold compared to Mahomes or Brady. You're going back a ways to kind of suss that out, but that's going to be a little part of it because Josh Allen's been fantastic.
Well,
but he's always had Mahomes. Is Drake May going to have the Mahomes, and he's already gotten farther than Allen, but is he going to be somebody else's Mahomes? Is he going to keep somebody else from getting out, or is he going to be kept out by somebody else? Who you have to contend with
is a big part of it.
Yeah. The timing of your greatness is really important. It's wrecked a lot of potential.
That's a good point because I do think it starts in your division.
Yeah.
Right. You can't be the 1 seed without winning your division. And I mean, if you're the 2nd best team but don't win your division, see the Buffalo Bills, you end up as the 5 or 6 seed, right?
Yep.
So when I look at it, Josh Allen is still with the Bills, but I'm not sure how Brady's going to do. But I think as long as Josh Allen's there, the Bills will be a worthy opponent for the Pats. But the Jets are a disaster.
Yeah.
They're not getting better. I don't know why they didn't walk on Aaron Glenn. They didn't fire. They made Aaron Glenn fire his whole staff, but didn't fire him. You know what that is? Because the owner thought he'd look dumb if they fired Aaron Glenn. Well, you know what that means? The owner's dumb.
Yes. And also, anyone with
No, I got it right. It was just all the guys he hired, but he was still a good hire. Oh yeah, okay, dopey.
And also, that doesn't fool anyone.
No. No.
No one's like, well, owners.
No. So the Jets,
above this.
And I don't think the Dolphins got better, but I don't know that they got worse, but I do think they've got it now. Nobody wants the quarterback. They're back off on the quarterback. Nobody's on his board. Tyreek Hill's probably might not even play again.
Completely unknown head coach.
Yeah, and he might be really good, but they're in a bad spot, so I don't think they're going to be a challenger right away.
Is he Mike McDonald?
But the Seahawks got to deal with Kyle Shanahan and the Niners, and he got to deal with McVay and the Rams.
Yeah.
Now, Stafford steps away. McVay is like, Mike Shanahan having to coach Brian Greasy.
Right.
Like, I don't know what's the next answer with the Rams. I do know this. They'll trade whatever it takes to go find a quarterback, to go get one, because they traded a bundle, a couple of first-round picks, and a 1-1 quarterback to get Matt Stafford. So I think the Seahawks have a tougher road. That's a great point. They would figure to be, if we are going to look back and see like, well, yeah, they were one of the best teams of their time. They're going to look like the Steelers or Ravens during the Roethlisberger and with the trading back and forth where, they just beat up on each other all the time.
Yeah.
And with the 49ers, they're kind of like the Bengals with Marvin Lewis was making the playoffs every year as well, with those those three teams having to fight it out. And of course the Browns were trash.
Right.
But, but that's like we talk about right now, the AFC West is tough as nails.
Yeah.
Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, and Sean Payton.
And it didn't get any easier. I mean, the Raiders will always have to contend with Mark Davis's buffoonery, but they're going to have one of the bright young minds, offensive minds, as a head coach, number 1 overall pick quarterback, which appears to be at least a running back with some talent, some good offensive weapons around him.
I mean, the Houston Texans did have Dom Capers.
Yeah.
Don Capers?
Dom Capers.
Dom Capers, who was considered one of the best defensive coordinator around at that time, and David Carr, a 1-1 quarterback, and it didn't really take off.
Didn't take off at all.
So a lot will depend upon how good Mendoza is. Yeah, but it is interesting. I think right now we go into it with low expectations. There is the potential, I think, with both these quarterbacks that we look back and go, no, this was the beginning of, two really good teams.
Yeah.
That are going to be heard from a lot, not necessarily win multiple championships, but going to be heard from a lot moving forward. I do think that door is open because I don't think either one of these guys, they're more likely to be success stories than certainly Kurt Warner and Tom Brady were because of the pedigree.
Much more.
913-810-810. We'll talk a little Chiefs football as well. We'll compare these teams to the Chiefs. We'll do that as well. Chiefs sporting Royals. K-State, Missouri, KU, always a topic here in the program, 913-810-810. Phone lines are open here in the program. You're listening to the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. 913-381-810 is the phone number. You can hit me up on the Twitter. It's at Soren Petro, Soren Petro, if you're so inclined to communicate through the keyboard.
Yes.
Well, welcome, I say.
Yes.
Welcome all.
We're good with that.
Talking about the Super Bowl, takeaways from this game. Will it be considered one of the, the beginning, a classic, two great teams?
Yeah. Doesn't look like much now, but
Yeah.
8 years from now, well, there's when that dynasty was born.
Was the Steelers' first Super Bowl against the Cowboys?
Vikings.
It was the Vikings.
74.
Okay. So by the time the Steelers-Cowboys met,
Yeah.
the Cowboys have been to several.
Cowboys have been to 3.
And the Steelers were at their second consecutive. So
Yeah.
I was trying to think
But
if there was a
even
moment where we looked at Pittsburgh and went,
No.
it would have been that game against the Vikings.
Even that first year, the Vikings were playing in their second consecutive Super Bowl and third in 5 seasons or 6 seasons.
So there was
They at
some
least had that
pedigree
down.
even on that.
Yep.
I had a couple of suggestions here as far as the quarterbacks. Cam Newton,
Yep.
kind of a Rich Gannon, better pedigree, 1-1 obviously.
Yep.
But he was
up against Peyton Manning.
MVP caliber quarterback for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. But that was really it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think how much older than Mahomes is he? He's probably gotten up there now. Time flies when a guy gets out. I'm not even thinking about it. He's been out of the league for 10 years, dummy.
He is 36.
36.
Yeah. He came out, 6 years before Mahomes, so yeah, that makes sense.
What about Matt Ryan? Again, pedigree. MVPs. He's more Rich Gannon.
Yeah.
Even 40.
For Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay.
But as far as the matchup in both those cases, I mean, Ryan was up against Brady.
Right.
Newton was up against Manning in his last game.
Yeah.
So
that was
there was something.
There was history on the other side.
Yeah.
Of that, but yeah, the quarterback.
There really isn't any history on either side of this one.
No, the quarterback comps though are they're in that Rich Gannon.
Yep.
Area. Matt Ryan had Matt Ryan's probably more Drew Brees.
Yeah, he had been a 1 seed 3 years prior to that, in 12,
and
got knocked out.
I guess technically we need to correct something I screwed up. I mean, if you put the two quarterbacks together, they did average the 3rd overall pick.
Yeah.
In the draft, when I make one of them the number 2 pick and one of them the number 4 pick. Mm-hmm. But in reality, both Sam Darnold and Drake May were number 3 picks.
Yeah.
So
that's usually what you do the other way around. If you said they were both 3 and they were 2 and 4, you'd say, well, it averages out to 3.
Yeah. I was in the ballpark.
True.
You get the high picks, people.
Yes, they're both in the top 5.
High picks. 913-381-810. Jerry, you're in the program. What's going on, Jerry?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, I can. What's on your mind?
I got you on speakerphone. I got a question about maybe Chiefs training camp next year, and then maybe a couple comments about the Super Bowl, if you let me.
Yeah.
Chiefs training camp. Do you think Andy Reid will let the rookies come in early like he used to do? This last year, I think, was the first time he hadn't done
I
that.
can answer. There's a date that the league sets on when guys come in. There's no coming in early. It's collectively bargained with the Players Association. They come in X number of days before the season starts.
I get that now. The Super Bowl, I got to root for the Patriots. I hated the Seahawks back in the day. Before I became a devout Raider hater, I don't know if Kurtis would remember or not, but did he hate the Seahawks as much as I did? Wished them out of our league, our division. And when they went away, I was very happy that they did. I don't know, that's just my bias, but I didn't become a major Raider hater until the Seahawks were gone. I just didn't want them in our division, and I don't remember why now.
Jerry,
But,
I'm glad that you recognize that I'm not old enough to remember the Seahawks in the AFC West.
I was gonna say that to you, youngin', but
I'm glad. I'm glad you addressed that to the fossilized remains that are Curtis Seaboldt. That is well done.
That's
I'm older
funny.
than Curtis, though.
That's
My
all right.
birthday is next month.
I'm-
That's when I
I'm-
turn 60. But
I'll be 60 in 4 months. I'll be there.
Super Bowl halftime show, I'm not going to watch that. I can't handle that, and I'm not interested in the alternative that they're giving us programming. So I don't know. I'll either go outside and listen to the birds sing, or I'll listen to WHB unless you guys make me hear the Super Bowl halftime show.
I don't know what we run. And Jerry, thank you for the call. Do they carry? I'm sure they probably carry part of the.
I'd bet that the Westwood One halftime probably is this discussion of the game.
And am I missing? Why is this a thing? Or should I not be asking this question? Why is Bad Bunny performing? Or do we just bitch about everybody now when they're doing the halftime?
I'm not exactly excited for Bad Bunny, but you know why Roger went and got him. He's internationally enormous.
Yeah, six-time Grammy winner. The rub for some people is that most of his songs are in Spanish. A lot of his songs are in Spanish. He's a native of
Puerto Rico,
which is a U.S. territory. So there's some.
Did you say it isn't a U.S. territory?
It is.
Yeah, okay.
Is. And so, despite that, some people are looking at that as not being an American because he speaks songs in Spanish.
We've had Paul McCartney. Yes. I don't know if people heard.
U2.
Not an American.
The Who.
Many not an Americans.
Yes. So there's an alternative.
I guess if the idea is that it's the 250th anniversary of the country, so this calendar year should be all American, all about America, pro, red, white, blue, everything. I mean, I guess I see where that's coming from, So I'd be like, but my response to that would be, I don't really give a, I don't care I'm not going to watch. I mean, I'll kind of watch I always do.
I think whatever year it was, this would happen.
I actually, my oldest daughter, I would be watching because that's why she would be in the room. She's a big Bad Bunny fan.
Yeah.
She also was in Honor Spanish. Little slap me on the back right there. But she, was real intense about learning Spanish. So she likes it. My younger daughter, So I'll probably be in the, this time like, oh, what's he doing? Okay. But since the wardrobe malfunction, have we really had a problem with,
Not really.
Do you know the wardrobe malfunction? Is that too old?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Janet Jackson. I know what's going on. Yeah.
When Janet Jackson.
Was that 04?
04, I was 6.
I think it was.
You were 6?
I think that was the
or
last.
I was only 5.
I think that was the Pats Eagles Super Bowl.
It was Pats Eagles. It was in Houston.
That was in Jacksonville.
No, then it was not the Pats Eagles.
So
then it was
Pats Panthers.
Pats Panthers.
Okay.
Because
It was you were. Yeah, if it was Houston, it was Pats Panthers.
I'm very confident I was in Houston.
Yeah.
And I went down for the Super Bowl, and we had friends that lived in Houston. We stayed over the weekend. My wife came down, and we stayed over the weekend. Did I nail it?
Houston.
Bang!
Shebang.
Shut your face.
But isn't that another one of those?
Why don't you ask Kurtis? I know his memory's so great. Yeah. Well, I just kicked his ass from one side of the studio to the other.
It's not a very big studio.
No. And it's a big ass though to move, though.
It's true. It's true. There's no question.
Quite a kick.
I don't get just to address one more part of the guy's call. I've never heard anyone who was just an avowed Seahawk hater because of the AFC West.
But that's the best reason to be a Seahawk hater.
Sure. Yeah, if you're from KC. It
did always annoy me. I've got Jerry's back.
He didn't like it when they joined the AFC West in '77. He wanted the Bucks to stay in the AFC West.
Yeah, how did they? I don't remember that swap around. What was going on
in '76 when they first started? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were in the AFC West, and the Seahawks were in the NFC West.
Why?
I have no idea. The Seahawks in the NFC West would make sense.
Well,
Bucks
I take that
in the
back.
AFC West does not.
Tampa is on the west side of Florida,
but Atlanta was in the NFC West, as was
for years.
As was Dallas, but Atlanta was in the NFC West.
Wait, Dallas has always been in the NFC East.
No, that's right. Somebody else that was kind of odd. It wasn't the Cowboys.
Atlanta was in the NFC West.
Yeah,
and then there was some other odd,
some kind of weirdness.
Well, didn't Carolina open? In the NFC West
and
when
St. Louis was
started?
in the NFC East. But anyway, in '77 they swapped them. They moved them from one. They swapped conferences. Seattle went into the NFC. AFC West,
was this the plan all along, or did they
remember? I don't remember.
They
if that
just dunce it up.
I can't imagine it would be the plan. I think they went, let's change this. So in '77, they swapped conferences, and the Buccaneers went into the NFC Central.
And that was back when we had we had 28 teams, and we had 5, 5, and 4. We had 3 divisions.
Yeah.
And it was 5, 5, and 4.
Yeah.
And the 4 was the NFC West.
And the AFC Central.
And the AFC Central, which was Browns, Bengals,
Steelers, and Oilers.
Steelers and Oilers, yeah. And then the NFC West was Falcons, Niners, Rams.
And
who was it?
Falcons, Niners, Rams. Saints.
Yeah, the Saints. The old NFC West.
Yeah. Atlanta, New Orleans in the NFC West.
With a team in the Eastern time zone and one in the Central.
And a team that was west of both of them in the NFC East.
Yes,
teams
Dallas,
west of both of them.
The Cowboys were in the East. No, we're not moving. We like our rivalries.
Yeah, we like
what?
Washington and New York and Philadelphia.
Which, they still are, which is still dumb.
Yeah. And in 2002, they fixed everything for the most part.
Yeah. But the Cowboys being in the East is still dumb.
That's why I said for the most part.
Yeah.
There's no one who's ridiculous. There's no one on a completely different coast. And when the Cardinals moved to Phoenix, they were still in the NFC East. In '87, when they moved to Phoenix,
yeah,
they were. You had the Falcons in the NFC West and the Phoenix Cardinals in the NFC East.
Well, it was the strong.
That made a lot of sense.
Was the strong history.
Oh yeah,
the Cardinals had history as long as far as like they exist. They were in St. Louis for 40 years or more.
Yeah, from 66 from 60. They were in St. Louis from 60 to 86, so 27 seasons.
27 seasons, 0 playoff wins.
Yeah.
And only like 1 or 2 playoff games.
0 home games. They never hosted a playoff game. When the Rams played the Vikings in the divisional playoff in '99, that was the first postseason game ever played in St. Louis.
Wow.
Ever. And the first win for a St. Louis team in the postseason. I think.
So you'll shut your mouth about waiting 50 years between Super Bowls around here.
Yes.
You could be St. Louis.
It could be St. Louis.
But you're not.
You're not.
That's the good news. 913-810-810, you're in the program.
The program with Soren Petro.
It's just quick, it's dirty, it's fun. Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
Weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
All right, listen up. The biggest game is right around the corner. You can get in on all the action with Underdog right now in Missouri. In fact, if you get your entries right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Playing on Underdog is super easy. Just head over to the app right now. If you're new, go ahead and download the app. Use promo code Soren, S-O-R-E-N. Score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code Soren, S-O-R-E-N. Listen, I like the Patriots defense. I think they're a little better than some people feel like. That's why I like lower than 230.5 passing yards on Sam Darnold. You heard me right. Earlier in the week, I said 231.5. Now 230.5. Looks like some other people agree with me that Darnold isn't going to be the reason the Seahawks win if they win, or he might be the reason they lose. That's also why I'm going higher on 1/2 interception. I also like Ramondre Stevenson to catch the ball higher than 24.5 receiving yards. I think the backs are going to be in the passing game for the Patriots to try to alleviate some of that pass rush, some dump outs, some swing passes to the running backs. Sounds good to me. I like higher than 24.5 receiving yards with Stevenson. Get the app right now. Download it. Like I said, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, but you got to have the app. So download the Underdog app. Use promo code Soren, S-O-R-E-N. Score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. Again, that's promo code Soren. It's at Underdog. Make plays. Win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Men, the new year is here, and with it comes an opportunity to make real positive changes in your life. If you're struggling with erectile dysfunction and ready to move past the frustration and embarrassment, now is the time to call Heartland Men's Health. Maybe you remember the first time it happened, you laughed it off, no big deal. but when it happened again and again, you realized it was a problem. Maybe the pills work sometimes, but not the way you want, or your intimacy has become just good enough instead of truly great. Few things matter in life more than intimacy, and when ED interferes, it can seriously affect confidence and relationships. Heartland Men's Health offers proven treatments that work when the pills and the herbals fail, treatments with success rates of over 90%. Some can even help you last an hour or more. They are successfully treating men just like you throughout Kansas City, with locations in North Kansas City, Overland Park, and Independence. Your initial visit is just $99, and that includes a medical consultation, testosterone and PSA testing, and if medically advised, a test dose. If that test dose doesn't work in office, your visit is free. Make this the year you take control. Call 844-447-6600 or visit heartlandmenshealth.com today.
Golf Track Liberty is now open. Winter doesn't mean your golf game has to stop. Golf Track Liberty lets golfers train year-round with advanced simulators that provide real data on every shot. From focused practice sessions and expert instruction to playing world-class courses, Golf Track Liberty is built.
By the way, sidebar. It is the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. We'll play the feud, so if you would like to go enjoy the Winter Games menu at Nick and Jake's, you'll want to be a contestant when we get to the end of the segment. Or after, actually, the end of the hour, we'll be opening it up looking for a contestant for the feud. Coming up next segment, so keep that in mind. But where do you sit on Bob Kraft not making the Hall of Fame?
I'm okay with it. There's a way you can use the criteria. Lamar Hunt is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame as an owner, but he helped found the AFL. I mean, there are things beyond just owning the franchise.
He named the Super Bowl.
Yes.
He was instrumental, his league, of which he was the driving force for, the founder and driving force in it, came up with revenue sharing, which has been the biggest reason why the league has been so popular, I believe. So yes, he was an instrumental force.
George Halas was an owner.
Okay.
He founded the National Football League.
Okay.
Was sitting in the Hupmobile car dealership.
Okay.
Robert Kraft was a rich guy who bought a team. What has he contributed to the National Football League? I could see why he's in the Patriots Hall of Fame. What has he contributed to the league?
Let me ask you this:
is that not fair?
Well, I would just ask you this: what has Jerry Jones contributed?
I don't think he should be in.
Okay. What I hear on Jerry Jones, where I would say, and I have no problem with him not being in. I'm with you. I don't know that the owners. It's pretty hard for an owner, and I also will say, it does feel like if you're a commissioner for a while, you get in.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul Tagliabue negotiated the television deal. So you mean he showed up and went to work? Like, that's what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, Petro and Kurtis are in the Hall of Fame. I mean, they talked about the Royals. Well, I mean,
yeah,
it's our job. It's what we do.
Right.
The whole Tagliabue. Well, you got to remember. You listen. We you know what we need to do? We need to bring on Bob Glauber and just beat the proverbial holy living snot out of him. When you hear the foolishness that comes from a guy who's been voting for the Hall of Fame for 20 plus years and is now off, right? He retired from writing. He's still, I don't know, every now and then he writes for the Newsday. I can't figure out what he's doing. But anyway, he's basically been retired for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But he stayed on the committee until this year. He walked away. But why is Paul Tagliabue in there?
No.
Oh, you got to understand, he was what, he talked to you, Bob? You could get a quote? Is that it? I think that's got to be what it is.
The only
why is Jerry Jones in? Jerry Jones, hired Jimmy Johnson and got out of the way. Then when he got in the way, it's like, no, it's me. He has ruined the franchise. Not ruined it, but they have had no championships since he got rid of Jimmy Johnson. The thing that I hear is, he's the guy that took the revenue stream to a whole nother level. Yeah, you want to know how he did it? When he went against his partners. His big thing is no, don't you remember? He went in and he sold the Texas Stadium to Pepsi. Coke had the deal, but he said, oh, that's fine. We won't have anything. There won't be a cowboy logo with Pepsi. They can't use the cowboy logo, but we're going to pour Pepsi and have Pepsi signage in our stadium. That was he expanded the revenue stream. Again, his job,
and
isn't that what a business owner's job is?
Yeah.
To make money. I'm with you. I do have a rub on just every owner that's been around for a while, and so not firing a guy that's winning every year, that's his. I mean, yes, he hired Bill Belichick. It was not the home run hire that people might think. A lot of people are like, "What are you doing? He sucked in Cleveland," and okay, great. And then he didn't fire him. That's the gig.
Here's the list of owners who are in. Bert Bell, Eagles, but he was an NFL commissioner and an owner,
which makes him
kind of on the edge.
Twice as likely to not be in my book. Again, showed up, did his job.
Yeah, but he's.
But I get your point.
He is one of those guys who's considered to be the.
He was considered to be one of the guys that formulated the plan that made the NFL what it is.
Charles Bidwell, Cardinals. I don't know why. Pat Bowlen,
why is the Cardinals were awful forever?
Should be in the Hall of Shame. Pat Bowlen, Denver Broncos. Paul Brown.
Paul Brown as a coach, or Paul Brown as an owner?
They have him just here as an owner. I guess he could have been in there as a coach as well. This was just a list of owners in the Hall of Fame. Al Davis was commissioner for a while. Was a
commissioner, was a coach.
Yeah.
Ran a successful franchise.
Yeah. Eddie DeBartolo.
Okay.
George Halas, duh. Lamar Hunt, duh. Jerry Jones, Tim Mara, I guess. Wellington Mara, 2 different Giants owners. George Preston Marshall, I think he should.
Oh, good. The biggest racist the league ever had.
Yeah. He was the only thing he contributed was that he decided to have divisions and have the NFL championship. It was his idea. Dan
Well,
Reeves.
that's at least a reason.
That's at least a reason. He at least did something. Dan Reeves of the Rams, not the other. Dan Rooney of the Steelers. Art Rooney should be in if Dan Rooney is. Tex Schramm and Ralph Wilson, who was a co-founder of the AFL with Lamar Hunt.
Yeah.
So about at least half those guys should not be in that list. And Bob Kraft, I have no idea why the idea that he was snubbed is just farcical to me. I don't use the word farcical very often, and it applies there. That's a dandy word.
No, because it struck me as funny.
Yeah.
That is not a weapon I've seen you choose before.
Yes, it is farcical.
Interesting. Curtis is going to go with the nunchucks here.
Of a farce.
Wouldn't have thought that'd be an effective weapon for a big guy, but let's see how it works out.
All right, who is the youngest person to win an individual gold at the Winter Olympics? Brought to you by Nick and Jake's. Don't miss their Winter Olympics menu all during the Winter Games.
Kansas City.
It's time for The Feud.
The Feud is brought to you by Nick and Jake's. With 3 locations, enjoy great food on either side of the state line. Dine in, carry out, or delivery, Nick and Jake's is Kansas City's home for great food and sports. Nick and Jake's, nickandjakes.com.
On your mark, let's start The Feud.
Let's do it. You're in the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB, hour number 2, as we make our way through a very, very busy.
Oh, busy.
Very busy Tuesday. We're swamped.
It's Wednesday, so that's how busy Tuesday was. It's Wednesday.
I'm so busy. It's like next Tuesday.
It may be. I don't know.
That's
who
what's
won the
going on
Super
here.
Bowl? Tell me that right now. Let's get some bets in.
Unfortunately, the Pats.
Did they? So, that's it.
Because I want the Seahawks to win, and it'll be the Pats.
Money line on the Pats. How many yards did so and so run for? Give me all that information. I'd love to know.
That would be. Isn't that what we'd all do if we could time travel? Make a bunch of money on sports.
Back to the Future too. I mean, that's what I'd do. That and invest in whatever stock went crazy. Send me back in time.
That would be nice.
It would be.
Todd Lebo joins us here in the program.
One set of lottery numbers, maybe. I don't know.
Time to play the Feud. Brought to you by our friends at Nick and Jake's.
Had a nice birthday dinner at Nick and Jake's
Did you
on
really?
Saturday. We did.
Okay.
We had a wonderful time.
What'd you get?
Grandma's chicken.
Okay.
I got the and I didn't eat it all, so I had it on Sunday as well. So for my birthday.
I got the chopped salad today. I was over there today.
Yeah.
Picking up the Winter Games menu.
We had what did we have?
No,
Two people got the chicken. My wife got a steak. Someone got my future daughter-in-law got the gluten-free lobster mac and cheese, which she said was excellent.
Strong. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what my son got. He was sitting right next to me. I know he got 2 old fashions. I remember that part of it.
Okay.
So,
I did have.
Sure, let's go.
I did have 1/2 of one of the breaded and fried Parmesan risotto stuffed with mozzarella, house marinara and Parmesan. It was
One
like
half
the
of
cheese,
one?
like stringed way out. Nick calls it arancini di riso.
Oh yeah.
Jake calls it
arancini.
Fried risotto balls of happiness.
Yeah, I think it's called arancini.
I like the fried risotto balls of happiness.
Yeah, that's what
I
they
do
are.
too.
I think we're much more like Jake than we are like
Oh
Nick.
yeah, for sure.
I think that's pretty clear here.
Yeah.
We're going to play the Feud, Todd. Are you ready?
I'm ready to lose again.
You've had a tough go of it.
It hasn't been great.
Tough go of it.
We did win 7 events last week and got to 36 points.
And got to 36 points.
It was really good.
I'm checking the going back to the records.
290 to something.
See where
My questions have been anti-Lebo.
They really
I
have.
apologize.
No, it's not. We got probably 40 responses right. Just didn't get the right steals.
Yeah, just didn't get it done.
You
No.
know.
All right.
It's like we were Greg Robinson. Just the one play.
Just one play. Yeah.
That's all it was.
Look, you give up 340 yards rushing. But 3 of those were 91 yards.
Were a bunch of them. It wasn't a rest.
It wasn't really us. We're not really that bad. We've got a contestant. That contestant has a name. It's Todd.
Oh boy.
Todd, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. You no doubt have heard the Feud before, so you know you got a choice to make. Are you going to play with K-Dog? Are you going to play with your namesake, Lebo? Or are you going to play with me?
Well, I got to play with Todd.
I think so, too, because it'd just be too damn confusing when he goes, give me Kurtis, give me Todd.
Yeah.
Like we'd be host.
Right.
We would be host, so I like that. Todd and Todd. Now, I don't know what you're going to do when he says, give me Todd.
Yeah. Maybe I'll
But
say I'll
Lebo
be Lebo.
will be Lebo.
I'll be Lebo.
Okay, you'll be Lebo.
I'll be
okay.
Lebo.
We'll go ahead and pick for you our order. Is that better? Then you guys can
Sure.
match. Curtis, you want to go first or second?
You'll go first this time.
Okay, I'm going to go first. Curtis will go second over here on the us side of my ledger.
Yeah.
So what does that mean
The
for
good
you
guys.
boys?
Todd, would you like to go first against Soren?
Oh, give me Soren.
Okay,
there we go.
Let's go.
Me and Todd will butt heads in an epic battle, and then Lebo and Cletus. Okay. Got that?
Yep.
I got it.
He's
Okay.
got this. He is so into midseason form now on this thing.
Yeah,
that
he's,
first week is spring training
Yeah.
still.
yeah, that's good. That's
Inter
fine.
squad game.
But first, Todd, let's test your buzzer.
See, look how on he is.
Todd.
Yeah.
Todd, yeah, there it is. There it is.
It was like a buzzer.
I'm Todd.
This guy, Todd.
All right, 7 answers on the board. Give me Todd and give me Soren. Name someone who made it big from Saturday Night Live.
Petro.
Soren.
I'm going to go with, I guess, Eddie Murphy.
The number 7 answer.
Oh, my Lord, I was bad.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
The number one answer.
maybe
1
should've
and
gone down
7
that road.
off the board.
I guess we'll take that, huh? We want to play it, Todd?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I think the people are old enough. Bill Murray?
Bill Murray, number 4.
Let's go with. Oh, God, what's this guy's name? Let me do something local. What? What is her name? Heidi Gardner.
Bang.
Ooh. Good guess. Not on the list. Strike.
She has not made it big yet.
I'll stay local, Lugo.
She's doing apartment.com commercials.
Jason Sudeikis?
No Sudeikis?
Oh, my God.
Strike 2.
Oh,
all right. I think we need to go old people. I don't know.
Mike Myers.
Oh!
Strike 3.
Wow.
By the way, you're going to get a strike. We're going to get 7
That
points.
was like a Bugs Bunny thing where he threw the pitch and the guy swung 3 times and struck out on one pitch.
What the actual?
Yeah,
Blank.
that's right. Well, I just hope things work out for Jason Sudeikis eventually and he becomes something.
Yeah, maybe, you know.
Yeah, I think he'll hit it. I think he'll do okay.
I heard he only got like $4,500 for the last season of
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds
You
right.
have to make it a
That sounds
stretch.
right.
You know?
Yeah, it's tough,
Well,
tough life.
Eddie Murphy and Bill Murray were both.
He got free airfare. He also got per diem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Union scale.
Eddie Murphy and Bill Murray were both there. Is it Chevy Chase?
Well, Chase,
Dan Aykroyd?
I have Adam Sandler, Dan Aykroyd. Are we missing anyone else obvious? I think Sandler. What?
Number 1, Will Ferrell. Number 4, Bill Murray. Number 7, Eddie Murphy.
So we have 1, 4, and 7. So
Right
we
in
don't
the
have 2, 3, or 5 and 6.
I think everyone you named
and
is on
one
the
was
list.
Farrell, who's more recent. I would think Sandler is the best
I'll
one.
go with that.
We'll go Sandler.
Sandler, number 3.
Oh, who's 2?
How
Chris Farley?
many does that give us? Ooh,
That
Farley.
is 65 points.
yeah.
Over to
Okay.
Soren and Kay.
Aha! You didn't get 90.
The answers you missed. Number 2, Chevy Chase.
Okay.
Number 5, Tina Fey.
I had it written down.
Number
I'm glad
6,
you made
Dan
that.
Aykroyd.
Okay.
Okay, we're in good shape.
It's a lot of people there to
Yeah.
choose from.
Okay.
I guess
All
we
right.
chose poorly.
What did we get?
You chose
65.
poorly.
65. Okay.
All right, give me Kurtis and give me Lebo. 7 answers on the board. Name somebody who won a Heisman in the 90s.
Lebo.
Curtis.
Lebo.
I think, did Curtis not get
Oh,
that?
you got me.
Did he?
I thought you got him.
Charlie
Stop
Ward.
stalling, you jackass.
Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward, number 5.
I'm going to say Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams, number 3.
Oh God, we're gonna play.
Pass
oh,
or play?
We're gonna play, right? I'm kind of screwed now. Woodson.
Charles Woodson, number 2.
Don't do it. Don't do it, because that's the only name I got written down.
Rashaan Salam.
Number 7.
R.I.P.
I don't know what year this guy won it.
Looking for 1, 4, and 6.
1, 4, and 6. I used to be able to just
Yeah,
rattle these all off right off the
A
top
lot
of
of
my
things
head.
used to could have been, but
I'm gonna feel so stupid. You're like, my God, that was 2012.
stalling enough.
Reggie Bush.
It's 2004.
Was that 2000?
5.
Damn it.
Desmond Howard.
Number 1.
God bless you, Curtis. Good job.
Looking for 4 and 6.
Son of a biscuit. I'm gonna go with Eric Crouch.
2001.
Strike
God
2.
bless.
What's been named?
Oh,
number
settle down,
one.
Should I mark them
Petro.
off?
Desmond Howard, Charles Woodson, Ricky Williams, Charlie Ward, Rashaan Salam.
Okay, I'm gonna say Eddie George.
Eddie George, number 4.
God,
Are you going to get a sombrero?
I can't believe it. I got one name written down so bad. I mean, the only thing I can confirm about him is that he was a Heisman winner.
Just what decade?
Got every one. I can't remember who won it in one of those years. I can't.
Don't talk out loud. Quit
Can you-
talking.
can
Don't
you-
look
help
at
me?
him. Close your eyes.
I can't.
Avert your glare.
The 90s. I'm trying to remember who. He didn't win it.
I'm trying to remember that
Oh.
commercial. This stupid
Tick.
commercial.
I'm
Tick tock. Tick.
Hey,
I'm going to go Winky.
It was 2000, I think.
God bless. That was awful.
What do you have, Todd?
Over to the Tods.
I have a name that I know is correct. I just don't know if it's going to get on there.
I think Danny Werfel.
That's who I have written down. He won in 96.
Yep.
I'm trying to think back of 90 or 91. And who won in 99? Did Michael Vick didn't win.
No, Gino Toretta won it in 92.
Okay. Werfel 96. Salam was like 94-ish or something. I think Eddie George was 95.
Ty Detmer was 90.
Ty was 90. And who was 99? Kurtis is smiling at whoever 99.
Ron Dane?
Oh, Ron Dane did win in 99. So it's either Dane or Werfel, but I'll let you choose.
I'm going to go Danny Werfel.
Yeah!
Nailed it.
Good boy.
The full 100.
Hundy.
We named them all.
Good job.
For the win.
Those are
Winky
some
should have been
stars.
there.
That's some stars in that list.
Chris Winky.
I think Winky.
Winky won in 2000.
I was like, I was like, he was. I'm like, I
Yeah.
think that was a ways ago.
I couldn't think of 92.
He was
That's the one
only
I couldn't think
28.
He played for George Seifert with the Panthers. I'm like, that had to have been the 90s, didn't it?
I watched him in his final college football game, lose to Oklahoma, scored 2 points.
Wasn't he 74 years old?
He was like that, yeah. He was.
in the NFL.
26 or 7 when they do. Yeah,
That's right. That's 100.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, moving on. Give me
me
oh boy.
and Todd.
Give me Soren and Lebo.
No, me and Todd.
Give me Soren and the other Todd.
Kyle.
All right, 7 answers on the board. Name an opposing player who always crushed against the Royals.
Petro,
Soren.
Jim Tomei.
Jim Tomey, number 1.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
We got
Damn.
play, don't we,
Okay.
Kay?
I think so. Yeah.
Don't take the obvious one.
I'm not sure there is an obvious
There
one.
is.
Okay.
I'll
Is
help you
there?
guys out a little. There is one active player on this list.
Okay.
One active player? I'll say Jose Ramirez.
Oh, my bad, Todd.
As I write it down over
That's
there, Mary.
number 5.
I'm going to say this guy bombed him when I was going to the games all the time. George Taco Bell. He owned him.
Strike 1.
Oh, dang it. Paul Konerko.
Konerko, number 4.
I couldn't think of that. It was the White Sox guy. I was like, who is that?
I'm going to go with. How'd you phrase the question?
Name an opposing hitter who always crushed against the Royals.
The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas.
Number
Dang
7.
It's on my list.
You guys have number 1, Jim Tomey. Number 4, Paul Konerko. Number 5, Jose Ramirez. And number 7, Frank Thomas.
Ken Griffey Jr.?
Strike 2.
I'm going to go with the man of Ram, Manny Ramirez.
Did not make the list. That's strike 3.
Okay.
Over to the Tods.
Oof.
Have fun with this one.
Yeah, I
This
had
has got
those
this has
ones
got
you said.
38 points for us written all
Oh,
over
you
it.
guys got 4 of them, right? There's some point. Number 1's gone, right?
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So who's gone?
Jim Tomey, Paul Konerko, Jose Ramirez, Frank Thomas.
Okay. And it
What do you
seems
think?
like these are mostly kind of that 90s, 2000-ish something, not old people. Because George Bell didn't get it. He was the 80s. You got anybody in your head here?
It's got to be a Yankee, right?
I have A-Rod written down. He crushed everybody.
Yeah.
I remember. I mean, listen, when Mark McGuire crushed everybody. I mean, he had some bombs with the Cardinals and the A's here, but I don't know. You killed this with Danny Werfel, so I don't know. Just give me a name, somebody.
I want to go with A-Rod.
Let's try A-Rod.
A-Rod, final
Yeah.
answer?
Yeah!
The number
Look at
6
us go.
answer. That is 70. Over to the Tods.
boy, look at
The
this.
answers you missed. Number 2, Torrey Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, Miggy.
Miggy.
Oh,
yeah. Shit, Miggy. I had Travis Hafner written down.
You know,
Albert
he
Bell.
was good, those
Punk.
guys.
Yeah.
That sucks. All right, come on, Curtis.
I
get
mean,
off your ass.
You know, losers are.
No. We ain't won
Hey, now,
anything.
hey, now.
Careful now.
No, I know we haven't. But
We are not going to let that goose egg
Yeah.
come off Todd Lebo's name. Come on.
All right, give me Curtis and give me Lebo. I'm excited for this one. 6 answers on the board. Name someone in the 2005 Royals bullpen.
Curtis.
Curtis.
Mike McDougal.
Number 1, pass or play.
We can play, but I'm going to be lobbying. He was in 78. Quisenberry. All right, we'll play. The 2005.
Uh-huh.
Wait, how'd they finish, Curtis?
That was
Not good. 100 and something.
That was the 106.
That was a 56.
That was the god awful one.
Yeah.
Was Mike McDougal? I think took over for Ricky Blotalico. So I'm gonna try Ricky Batalico. No.
Strike
okay.
1.
Jason Grimsley.
Strike 2.
As I wrote down Jason Grimsley.
I think he'd have been on the 3 or 4.
He might have been gone by then.
He was gone.
Grimsley was gone by then? 05. So right before
what's the guy's
Dayton
name?
came. He came in
Oh, I know a guy's name almost.
06.
So do I.
I'm going to take this off just because it's going to kill me if this was Joaquim Soria? Okay.
That's strike 3.
Okay.
That's strike 3?
He's not Mexican to us.
No.
Which is really tough.
It's our turn?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Who's the guy?
Oh, yeah.
It was a Brewer?
With the thing?
Yeah, and the deal. I think Ricky
He had
Batalico
the
might have been a
glove.
Brewer at some point. But
Threw
was
the pitch.
Roberto Hernandez on the team then? I think he probably was still there.
I don't think so.
You think he was
I
gone?
don't
He
think
was
so.
part of the trade
Yeah.
with. He was probably gone. Dan
This
Reichert.
was like
I don't know.
Lima time. This was. I'm thinking.
Jim Gobble.
What about Yimmy Hobble? What about?
He's got all of them.
He knows. He's been around.
What about a Kyle Snyder?
Ooh, Snyder. He was a first-round draft pick.
Or a Mike Wood?
My Wood.
I
You know,
wouldn't
Mike
hesitate
Wood
to
was
use Mike
traded.
Wood.
That was the 2000. Yeah, that's pretty good. Mike Wood was part of the Beltron trade, which was 2004. I like Mike Wood. I like my Wood.
Let's go with Mike Wood.
We'll go with Mike Wood. Yeah,
Mike Wood.
There has to be a victory.
The 6th
We got at least 30
final
points.
answer. That's a whopping 40.
Yes!
Over the Tods.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
God.
do the math.
The answers you
That
missed.
does
Number
it.
2, Jimmy Gobble.
Oh, yeah.
Number
Zach
3, Ambiorix Burgos.
Forgot about that, dude.
The
Number
killer.
4, Jeremy Affelt.
Affy.
Number 5, Andy Cisco.
Oh, Cisco.
And Mr. Tats.
Who
We
was
would
the?
have had. We would have had 2 of them.
We had 'em.
So that's good.
We had him. Congratulations.
Nailed it.
That's an extra prize, isn't it?
That's
I
right.
think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Petro still. He's adding it up. What's the total?
210
Yeah.
to 65.
Yeah.
210 to
Oh
65.
no!
I think we won 5 last week and had 150 points.
We could do another round if you want.
No. We're good, Todd. We're good.
Todd's listening to the station and he's ready to talk some crap.
Let's
I like
go.
it. I like it. Hold
Good
on, Todd.
answers,
We're gonna get you on hold. Thanks for playing, buddy. You did a great job.
He earned
I
that.
love you guys.
All right, love you too, buddy. Todd,
He
coming
earned
strong.
that. He got us with the names on the steals, too.
That was impressive.
Yes.
I did not think I'd hear the word name Ambiorix Burgos when I woke up this morning.
No, but you did.
I did.
But you did.
But you did.
You did.
That's why you have to listen. You never know when you might hear a name. You're like, what?
I did not think I was thinking about the 2005 Royals bullpen. That's a lot of.
They actually were better than the 2006 Royals bullpen. 06 Royals were the worst pitching staff I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
13 pitchers had at least 6 appearances, 6 starts. Every one of them had an ERA of 5 or higher.
It's because the fences were in?
It's ridiculous.
Are you saying that wasn't good?
Substandard or suboptimal, as the cool kids say.
That's what the cool kids say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so there it is. Todd gets the goose egg off his name.
Going home now. Sorry. No sounds. I'm walking out.
That was pretty impressive, Todd. Well done. Put 210 points to your ledger. Give the listeners a win. Would you like to know the cumulative score now?
For this year?
Mm-hmm. I'm keeping track.
I'm 1 and whatever.
You're in last with 1.
1 and 2, 3.
The listeners and Curtis have 2 wins. I have 3.
Yeah.
Todd, you have accumulated 495 points.
Mm-hmm.
Listeners 595. Curtis 795. I have 895.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So there it is.
What have you done for me lately?
Nothing.
65
I've done nothing.
points this week. No,
Curtis won his first buzz-in of the year today.
That.
Yeah.
And then I didn't like.
Should I put an asterisk? But
You
have
should.
a notes.
Is that
Curtis's
buzz-in?
first buzz-in
Baby's
win.
first steps.
I think I will.
Good job, buddy.
I'm gonna add a column here.
He said his first word today.
Curtis Buzz-ins.
Yeah. Curtis
KBI. That's
his
a KBI.
first buzz-in win.
All right, yeah, we're going to keep track of that.
FBI.
Curtis Buzz-in
Yeah.
wins.
BIWs. BIWs.
Let's see here. KLS scores his very first buzz-in win.
We got to get this.
And
on
I got
the
the
poly
jump
markets,
too. I mean,
you know?
I didn't just buzz
No.
in. I actually got the W.
No, it wasn't like sometimes where
Number
we'll
one
just kind of
answer.
wait because we know
Yeah.
the listener's on the phone and got a delay, so we'll give him a shot at it. No, you actually earned it.
And got the answer right.
You actually earned it this time.
Got the one.
So
Nailed
How
it.
about it?
impressive.
Ta-da.
Very good. There it is.
That
Nick
ended
and
up
Jake's.
being one that we stole and got points on.
Yes, that's true.
That's the full 40 that Todd's going to get to go to Nick and Jake's for winning.
Eat it up.
You get 25 for playing. 40 if you win. 40 is for winners.
Yeah.
Coffee's for closers.
We got over there a little early on Saturday. Got to hear some people chalk it up when they beat BYU. So we got to hear that in the bar. And
Oh, that had to be exciting
I
for your
saw
birthday.
our good friend John Holt over there having a cold one in the bar watching the
That's
KU game.
impossible because John Holt actually lives behind the bar.
He's never there.
He's there every time I go.
Yeah.
That is his haunt.
Yeah.
Great guy. By the way, Winter Games menu, check it out. The Milan Cortina 2026 Week 1 menu is out there. You can enjoy something like
Balls
how
of
about
goodness?
Well, how about the mortadelle stracciatelle su focaccia?
Oh, yeah. That sounds like some
Nick.
bread.
Over here on Jake's side, they call it Italian bologna sandwich on fancy bread.
Fancy bread. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Toasted
some of the words.
focaccia, pistachio pesto aioli, arugula, thinly sliced mortadella, stracciatella, crushed pistachios, extra virgin olive oil, balsamic glaze, and the guest's choice of side.
Oh, nice.
So there you go.
Good. Fancy bread.
Go watch you some Olympics and enjoy some made-from-scratch, wonderful menu at your Nick and Jake's.
Pete Enoch.
He's a nice old man, isn't he? He's very clean.
On the program, weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
It's a bittersweet week for a lot of people because it's the last call for football. But here's the deal. Let's go ahead and celebrate it. All week long, FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost. That's every single day leading up to the big game. And today it's Wednesday, so let's go ahead and do profit boost in the receiving markets. Overs, unders, totals, alt receiving yards, everything receivers is what you can get your profit boost for today. 30% profit boost in the receiving markets. If you think JSN's going to have a really big Super Bowl like he had last week in the NFC Championship, go ahead and bet the over. A little scared? Bring that alt line down a little bit. If you think 93.5 is too much for the Super Bowl, go a little lower. All you have to do is opt in each and every day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. Today, it's receiving yards. So whether you want to do the profit boost or you want to get locked in on an early line, bet your props, your favorites, whatever you'd like to do, FanDuel has you covered for the Super Bowl. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60.
21 plus and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fellas, the new year is here, and improving your health is probably high on your list. But when you are tired all the time, not sleeping well, struggling in the gym, or dealing with brain fog, staying motivated can feel impossible. Those symptoms may not just be aging. They could be signs of low testosterone. Low T affects more men than you think. Starting in your 30s, testosterone levels decline every year, and it happens so gradually that you may not realize why you don't feel like the same man you once were. Heartland Men's Health specializes in diagnosing and treating low T and has helped many men reclaim their energy, focus, strength, and sex drive. Within weeks, many men feel sharper, stronger, more rested, and more productive. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes lab work, testosterone, and a medical consult with a licensed provider. If you sign up for testosterone treatment the same day, your visit is free. Heartland Men's Health has locations in North Kansas City, Overland Park, and Independence. Call 844-447-6600 or visit them online at heartlandmenshealth.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. It's powerful.
a former Royal Stadium vendor turned radio icon.
It's all tonight on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Your home for everything that's great.
He's been in a band.
I don't like you.
And he's not to be trifled with.
I'm a hard ass. I'm sorry.
He's Todd Liebo. He's Todd Liebo.
I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd.
On the program.
Todd Liebo, of course, brought to you by our friends at Family Leisure. They're at K10 and Ridgeview, online at familyleisure.com. Having a big clearance sale, Todd.
Big money savings.
Big savings going on right now. Listen, we got warm weather coming here in just a couple of days. You got your patio furniture ready?
Yeah, well, theoretically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
I grilled Monday because I was like, it's warm enough. I'm going out and grilling. I
Good
will
for
definitely
you.
be grilling next week.
Good for you. Get out there. You can even get your grill right there. Your patio furniture, hot tub spas, pools. The good weather's coming, people. Family Leisure's got everything you need to have fun with the family this warm weather season, but you can still, if you getting ready to watch the big game and you need some theater seating, maybe a massage chair, maybe something
you get
to
one
do.
of those yet?
If you don't like the Bad Bunny playing at the halftime, well, then you clearly need a shuffleboard table.
Or just go outside.
Oh, yeah.
Go outside, sit in a nice chair, and scream at the world.
There you go. There you go. Family Leisure, they're at K10 and Ridgeview, locally owned and operated for more than a quarter century. Mention 810, save even more at one of my favorite places on earth. Family Leisure, K10 and Ridgeview. Todd?
Right there by the Chiefs' new practice facility.
That's right. Will
5
be
years.
pretty soon. Trey Smith was on with the fellas today on the Zone.
This is a weird little deal. Trey Smith, that's how Jason started the interview. It's like, not seen you at the team hotel.
Yeah.
It's like it's been. He's had a pretty good run as a professional football player. But he and Creed Humphrey did participate in the Pro Bowl stuff yesterday. Did you watch any of the Pro Bowl?
I watched a couple minutes of the flag football.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
I saw
a highlight.
Some pictures of dodgeball, but I didn't see it happen. And I turned on the flag football for a couple of seconds, and it was kind of a bad version of flag football.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite.
Well, they actually, like, when they blitz, it's like they're too good.
Yeah.
Like he's offloading the ball. Like, great, a dump down to Jonathan Taylor. This is fun. Yay!
What did the final end up being? It was I clicked
66 to 62 or something like that.
I clicked on it at one point. It was 52 to 52. I'm like, oh, all right.
You know the most comedic part of the equation? NFL Jesus, which is it's NFL GSIS. If people we call it NFL Jesus though. It's a site that the league uses with stats. It has box scores. They have
a box score of that,
and a
the
game
box
book.
score and a game book
52.
from this asinine thing.
Yeah. It's an official deal.
Would you like to know that Dak Prescott went 11 of 13 for 169, 4-0?
Good job, Dak.
How did Shador do?
Shador Sanders, he went 12 of 15 for 152, 2-2.
That's
two picks.
That's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Couple of picks. Picks.
If you show up, you're a Pro Bowler.
Joe Flacco, 9 of 10 for 87, 2-1.
Joe Flacco was a Pro Bowler?
Joe Flacco was a Pro Bowler.
So, but he was a Bengal this year?
He started as a Brown.
It was a Brown and then a Bengal.
But then I saw Joe Burrow there doing an interview.
Yes, Joe Burrow
They had two
also played
quarterbacks in the
3.
game. That's how good.
Oh, the Bengals, yeah. 18 of 23 for 195, 2-1.
Did Joe Flacco earn his job there as a Brown or a Bengal? Because then that's
Yes.
two Browns.
Yes.
Because Shador and Joe Flacco, and then two Bengals.
Guess who led the way in rushing?
A quarterback, Shador.
Jalen Hurts, 2 for 13.
Oh, 2 for 13. Good
Yeah.
for him. Yeah.
Which is amazing because the NFC team as a team had 5 carries for 4 yards.
It was
The
a
best
wild
is that,
look because it was inside a convention center.
No
It's-
running back got a carry.
No carries. I did see a highlight on Twitter that Garrett Bowles caught a touchdown pass. The tackle for Denver.
Tackle.
George Pickens had 1 carry for -9. He was the only non-quarterback to run the ball.
Sounds like he didn't run the right way.
Where is Bowles? Yes, he had 1 catch, 1 yard,
Yeah.
1 touchdown. Long of 1. There you have it.
Averaging well, he's Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
That's what Mike Vrabel did all the
That's
time,
right. That's right.
He
All he
did.
did was catch touchdowns.
Anyway, Trey Smith was down there for the Pro Bowl.
You were saying.
Games, they call it, but there was really nothing for Trey Smith to do in the Pro Bowl itself.
He didn't run any routes?
I didn't see him run. I didn't watch the game. I didn't see it. He did not appear in the NFL Jesus, did he? Trey Smith
I did not see him, no.
did not make it in there. But he did come by Radio Row for the first time in his life, and he sat down with Jason Anderson today, and they talked a little bit about Eric Bieniemy returning to the team.
When I think of EB, I think about the first day of training camp in St. Joe's and that 90-degree weather, deep humidity in the morning, and just doing drills, man. He's just barking, just getting after guys. And, for me, it's more so EB is almost like a mindset and mentality. Finish, introduce yourself. At the end of the day, we're presenting that we're going to be the aggressors. We're going to be physical. We're out here to dominate. We're not here to mess around. This is business. We're going after you every single play until the whistle blows, And that's what's super exciting about him, man, is that's just what he brings. That's who he was as a player. That's who he is as a man, very detail-oriented as well. And it's just really exciting, EB's a guy that, Coach EB, is a guy that I have so much respect for and admiration, and just really excited to have him back.
Is it understandable where some players might view his coaching style as a little abrasive or too much in your face?
For sure. People don't like getting yelled at times, but at the end of the day, with Coach EB, you got to understand he's doing that with a purpose. He wants to see you be great. He knows the potential, and he's trying to get the best out of you. And if he feels that you're falling short of that potential and that area that you can improve on, he's going to let you know. And for me, I'd rather be held accountable in those situations than to just coast by and my coach not tell me a freaking thing. I mean? So for me, it's just hard coaching. Maybe it's because I played in the SEC, so I'm used to a little bit of hard coaching at times. But I love it. His intensity is one of the most unique traits. At the end of the day, you just have to understand he's doing that because he wants to see you succeed. He wants to see you to be the best you can be.
You heard it at the end of the day.
Did he keep saying that in honor of Eric Bieniemy?
I don't know if it was on purpose, but a couple times during the interview he said at the end of the day. I thought one of the interesting things in there, we'll talk about what he actually said, but you heard him say EB, and then he stopped himself. Excuse me, Coach EB.
Yeah.
There's and Trey Smith is a very
great guy
who respects elders the whole 9 yards, raised right, I guess whatever you'd say. So that stuck out to me. It's like you can't even. Everybody calls him EB, but you're going to call him Coach EB, but that's fine. And he stopped himself. But this is the kind of thing we've been talking about for a few months with this thing. You're talking about the accountability and intensity and the finishing, and we would sit there, and I was talking to Sherm last Thursday when he was in here with Steven during a break, and I was like, you used to always see, we kind of thought it was silly. You run the ball and the running backs run it all the way to the end zone, right? And I haven't paid enough attention to know if they still do that.
Not really.
I think they probably don't. That will be back. And that's the mindset. And I was saying to Sherman, was that? He said, no, that's just what it is. If you get the ball, the play is designed to go.
It's not, by the way.
But he didn't say that.
Eric Bieniemy says they are. They are not.
But you run all the way to the end because what if something happens and you can run? And it's just part of the thing. You get yourself in shape to run this far and do these things. So that's the kind of stuff that, whether they were missing it or not, it seems like they felt they were missing it because they brought this guy back to bring that stuff to them. So there's more conversation. Check the podcast page out. There's more EB conversation on there, but that was the chunk that I thought stood out to me.
Okay, before we dive back into some of the lesser topics, I want to ask the biggest topic. Okay, you've been down at Radio Row in the Super Bowl. We've both been there a number of times. What product was he schlepping?
He actually wasn't schlepping anything.
Shut up.
I don't think he was. I think he just came by.
Really?
Yeah, I did not hear a thing that he was schlepping.
Because usually, they come around with somebody, and here's the sheet that you got to talk about. I was like, okay, I'll work this in real quick. And,
avocados.
Yeah, the Hass avocados was the best when we lit up. We basically broke Hass avocados into coming on the station because they said, no, you're not a big enough market.
Yeah.
So we said it, and then we gave their website, and then suddenly like, no, this is a mistake. That's not what I said. Yeah. Trust me, lady, it's what you said.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. Yeah, we'll talk to Shecky McCheese or whoever. I don't even know. Because then it was Ronnie Lott the next year.
Yeah.
That when you hear that Ronnie Lott,
that's
Hass avocados, that was the next year.
Yeah.
When Ronnie Lott, I can't remember. I was like, you got to be kidding me. This clown right here, you're lucky we're even asking.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think he was schlepping anything.
Really?
I don't think. I didn't hear anything at the beginning or the end. And
I had lunch at Nick and Jake, so I didn't hear a lot of today's zone. But have we promoted a movie?
No movie yet. I know Terrell Davis was on. He had some foundation he was doing.
He's
and a lot of the
good.
guys are. There's like Rich Gannon wasn't doing it. He's
Rich is always good. In the media,
he's
the ball players that are in the media are always great.
Yeah, Rich was on, and that he wasn't schlepping anything. Sean Merriman, I think might have been. He's maybe got a podcast or something, but it wasn't a product.
Okay.
So it was. We have a lot of the ESPN and Westwood One people on, so they're not schlepping anything.
Okay.
They're schlepping ESPN and Westwood One. Listen to the game on Sports Radio 810.
Yeah.
But there wasn't as much of that today. Probably coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Probably coming tomorrow.
Hey, listen, it's worth it if they're good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Which, like you will hear Jason, it sounds like, man, wouldn't it great? Look at all, it's one right after another. They just can't wait to sit down with Jason. Or Jason's still there recording when Kurtis and I are home and
well, I'll tell you this.
Done with dinner, and Jason's still there.
Behind the scenes, if someone is not on live and they're recording them right now and they're no good,
we don't play them.
You won't hear that.
You won't hear that. That's
you won't
right.
Hear that.
That's how that works.
That's how that
great.
works. So,
all right,
you hear the best of the best.
A couple more from Trey Smith. We'll take a break. We don't want to get too far behind. Todd Lebo's appearance always brought to you by our friends at Family Leisure. You know, they're local, just like Todd. More than a quarter century. I always, I can tell you that folks at Family Leisure also are quite charitable.
Yeah. Unlike me.
I've been at some of the auctions where I'm like, well done. Well done, guys. Great folks, great people, Kansas City, locally owned and operated right here in Kansas City for more than a quarter century. Great products, too. It's where family and fun come together. Mention 810, save even more. They're online at familyleisure.com.
Kurtis Seaboldt.
Doesn't that tire you out after a while? Thinking of absolutely the most clever way to say everything?
On the program, weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
Hey guys, it's Hump Day, and that means we've got another daily profit boost for you from FanDuel. It's the receiving markets. That's right, overs, unders, alt receiving, most receiving yards. It's all available with a 30% profit boost at FanDuel to get you ready for the big game. It is the last call for football, but let's go ahead and celebrate it with something special every day. And today, it's a profit boost on receiving yards. If you want to ride JSN, go ahead and do it. If you're a little scared, bring his alt number down a little bit to give yourself a little breathing room. If you think one of these Patriots receivers is going to have a big day, go ahead and bet it. It's all right there with a 30% daily profit boost today to celebrate the Super Bowl. All you have to do is opt in each and every day. There'll be a different one tomorrow. Today it's receiving yards. Use that daily profit boost and get ready for the Super Bowl. It's going to be a blast. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60.
21 plus and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh my gosh, you'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Hellsberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Jeff Montgomery here for Amoeba Medical. The new year is all about turning the page and feeling your best. Men, if better sleep and fewer bathroom trips are on your list, an enlarged prostate could be the reason. I decided not to carry that problem into another year and contacted Dr. Brown at Amoeba Medical. Their non-surgical treatment was fast, simple, and came with minimal recovery time. And it's covered by insurance. Start the year more comfortable and well-rested. Schedule a visit with Dr. Brown and the team at Amoeba Medical in Kansas City. Amoeba Medical, MIVA-medical.com.
All right, the Nick and Jake's Winter Olympics answer. Who is the youngest person ever to win an individual gold medal at the Winter Olympics?
Youngest, you said?
Yes.
Youngest to win a gold medal?
At the Winter Olympics.
Is this one
Individual
like a snowboarder, one of those things?
Yeah, that would sound about right.
It was one of the most prestigious individual medals you can win, the gold medal.
It was a lady figure skater?
Downhill.
Lady figure skater, right?
Yep.
Michelle Kwan, or isn't that her name?
Lipinski.
It is. Tara
Lipinski.
Come on.
1998 in Nagano. She was 15.
Not gonna be going there.
You're not gonna know.
Not gonna know her.
You're not even gonna
became
know.
a fantastic skating analyst with Johnny Weir.
Weir.
They're terrific. Brought to you by Nick and Jake's. Of course, don't miss their Winter Olympics menu all during the Winter Games. It should be
How
fun.
do you think? You want to know? I think Tara Lipinski's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because she gets just overwhelmed by her partner's fashion. It's not very often. You got to play second fiddle when you're the cute little Russian doll figure skater and you're second fiddle.
Yeah.
That's not usually how it works, but that's how it is with
Do we have
broadcast.
we have a good skater this year? I don't know. We got
I don't
somebody?
know.
We haven't had anyone.
We always do.
Haven't had any scandals, so I don't know.
Have you not seen Blades of Glory? We're so deep in.
It's a long time ago.
So deep in.
I had a couple of Mavs in here yesterday.
Wait a minute. Actually, hold on. Time out. Was it our gymnastics team or our figure skating team that lost a bunch of people on that plane crash that happened in D.C. where the helicopter hit the plane?
I think that was gymnastics.
Was it? No, I think it was figure skating because they were coming back from Wichita, right?
Were.
Yeah,
or they're going to Wichita.
Are going to Wichita?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, so we might
I'm
I say that cavalierly,
Yeah.
and that just hit me that was part of that tragedy. Yeah.
I'm fired up for the hockey. A couple of Mavs were in here yesterday. We're doing some Mavs minute videos. I had a Canadian and American, and so
and they fought.
They didn't fight. They're teammates. They wouldn't. But Canada hasn't won in the last two Olympics, so they're a little ready to go here. Finland won last time, and Russia, or whatever they call Russia, won the time before. So Canada's been.
Is Russia back in it?
Yeah, but they're called something else. They're there, but they call them athletes from someplace. They don't let them put a flag up.
Athletes from another land.
Yeah, that's the punishment. But
boy, that'll teach them.
America, we've only won the one there.
Just like not putting up. What is it, Seaboldt? Oh, no flag next to your name here in the Australian Open.
Tough luck.
Oh, all right, guys, come on out.
Yeah.
No more. We're getting out of Ukraine. We can't have that flag on ESPN. We're done.
See Lindsey Vonn says she's still going to do this downhill with no ACL.
I mean, I don't know that it's no ACL. I think it's just a torn.
It's torn. That's kind of like.
Is it? But is it?
Good.
They say torn ACL, and sometimes it's like 40% torn. Is this a complete tear?
She used the word ruptured.
Ruptured.
It doesn't sound like I would want to be skiing the downhill with that.
I did not. I saw her talking about it. Did not hear it. What did she say?
She said she's going to compete.
Well, beyond that, but she
said she doesn't. It's going to be a long shot to try to get on the podium, but she's 41. This is why not try? You know what I mean? What's she going to do?
I don't know. You might die.
Yeah.
You're going 80 down a hill.
Put a helmet on. I don't know.
They got a helmet on.
No, I don't know. Listen, I skied once in my life. I hurt my knee when I was 18. I've never skied again, and I'm just
41.
fine. Just fine. Never skiing.
He said that already.
I'm sorry. I was looking to see if there was an
update. Looking to see how old she was.
I saw.
Looking up.
I saw
images.
There was something more recent that something had been canceled. And it was gonna
ski suit
help her out. I can't remember what it was. No.
Images. I'll play one more bite for you here.
Video.
From Trey Smith.
There are a few of those.
Yeah, there's some out there. So.
She's still dating Tiger Woods?
No.
Wasn't she dating Tiger Woods for a while?
Tiger Woods is dating Donald Trump's granddaughter.
Well, what could go wrong?
Indeed. What could go wrong? Did you know that last year the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs?
I did. This is what I'm hearing.
Did you hear that their quarterback had an ACL issue?
It was in all the papers.
Yeah. The ACL and the LCL.
MCL, wasn't it?
LCL?
It wasn't, because it's ACL and PCL are the outer one.
Yeah.
PCL is the inside one. The MCL is the one in the middle, right?
Couple of them, Patrick hurt.
Okay.
So he's out right now.
Is that germane to what Trey Smith's going to say?
It is.
Okay.
That's why we're talking about this. And it all goes back to Lindsey Vonn. Look up images of Patrick Mahomes. Ski suit.
I'm afraid to.
But, we had Patrick on the Zoom 2-3 weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago.
And, he's, of course, I'm going. I'll be back and all that stuff. So Jason asked Trey Smith today, I mean, if there's anyone who's going to come back from something like this, is this the guy?
That's why he's the greatest ever. You know what I mean? Just his mentality is extremely different. I don't want to pry too much in this business. I don't speak on that, obviously. But obviously, I love him. Wish him the best. I know he's a dog. I know what type of man he is. I know what type of competitor he is. He's the most competitive person I've ever met in my life. And there's no doubt in my mind he'll come back stronger. So, you know, I love you, Pat, and I know you're going to be great.
Again, you can hear this whole conversation on the podcast, 810WHB.com, and on the 810 app for the Zone. Did at any point did Jason broach the subject of them giving their gifts back since they got him hurt?
No, he did not ask him.
Did he you guys feel guilty? Well, what did he give him this year?
There was
one year was golf carts, one year was watches.
No, there was a big bunch of
painkillers.
But it was the week he got hurt too. He couldn't even be there for.
I know. What was it he got him though?
Curtis will look it up.
I will.
Yeah, clear
cache. Any images.
So
there were several things.
So Anderson chickened out.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
You didn't deserve those presents.
Let's see. Gifted us O-lineman luxury items like Hublot watches, Aventon e-bikes, full swing golf simulators, Beats headphones, Oakley Meta AI sunglasses, and Rimowa suitcases.
Suitcase. You got to have a suitcase and an e-bike.
You got a suitcase to pack their crap and get the hell out of town.
Put it on your back, get on that e-bike, and go till the battery dies.
Yeah. Get out.
You're done here.
And look at your wrist. That watch says it's time to go.
Throw on your sunglasses.
The most expensive thing of that is that watch. I'm sure that Hublot's that's expensive.
How you spell that?
Hublot.
Yeah.
Hublot. That's
Hublot?
it. I always see that.
How much? What's an Hublot go for?
Google that, Curtis. Get on your Googler.
See.
That's the one. That's always on the Premier League
boy.
when they hold
the first
the
one that pops up is $491,000.
They're not all that expensive, but they got cheap ones.
That's the watch cost. Here's one for $8,700. Settle down.
Yeah,
Curtis.
They got cheaper ones, like 50% off or something.
Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis $8,700 is the bottom one.
Curtis picks the one that comes with a butler.
I said the first one
you
I
actually
saw.
own the butler.
I always remember that ad on where they substitute players in on either World Cup or EPL. That's the ad on the. This
it is?
They hold the thing up. I was like, I looked it up. What the hell is this thing? Oh, that's a watch I'm never going to buy. That's what that is.
Well, the ones I see, there's a watch I ain't never going to wear either.
Well, yeah,
I'm not that impressed.
Hey,
is that a good-looking watch in your mind?
You know, some of the ugliest things are the most expensive.
The best-looking one on there is the cheapest one of the 10.
Curtis?
It's the $8,700 one. The other one, you can't tell what time it is.
I'm gonna.
I'm like,
it's a bit of a problem.
I'm like,
that's what you have to look
amazing.
You have to look at your phone. What time is it? I don't know.
I'll take my free iWatch that I got from Schultz, and I'll just look at that.
What is this, like a Velcro strap for a?
Yeah.
Can we put something into the strap here? These things suck.
46,000, 28,000.
Well, that's why they were going to get a great watch like a Casio, and he said, "Well, you guys blow.
Have this.
I'm going to get you this Hublot."
What's a Hublot?
That's a fancy watch that I'll never buy. That's what that is. That is. Yeah.
Do you like a leather band on your wristwatch, Todd?
You know, I haven't worn a watch. I'm a smartwatch guy now. I got a little rubber.
Oh God,
it's a rubber deal now.
Jesus,
so. I'm a smartwatch boy. I just got a new one for my birthday. To track my fitness and my things.
No, let me just tell you what I can solve.
Move
for you.
more, eat less.
That's what it says right there.
Move more, eat less. And another thing that has helped me in my job here is that I always have my phone on silent or vibrate or something like that because we're always around microphones, and it will vibrate your watch. Oh, that's a call I don't want to take.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I need to be able to look at my phone and my wrist.
It also allows me to.
Well, but if my phone is if it's on my desk under the piles of things and I'm working, and then something happens, I can
just so you can make sure that Kyle knows he's not important.
But if someone calls you it's spam, you can on the watch you can say dismiss. On the phone, if your phone's just sitting there, you can't because you just slide it over. Or it's
Well, you just press the button on the side.
Oh, okay.
You could do that.
I just press the little thing there.
I told
the story. You just press the little thing on the phone.
Reminds me of things if I don't have my phone.
There's literally nothing the watch does that the phone doesn't do do better.
But I forget. I'm not going to forget my watch.
You guys are a bunch of humps.
No.
You're just suckers.
Crusty old man.
Spending a bunch of money on some crap you don't need.
Is that a $30 watch on your arm?
Sure is.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
But it looks good.
Oh yeah.
Are you getting a call
right now? I can't take my eyes off.
No,
no
call.
If you had a watch on, you might see my emails.
It's not even running right now because it needs a new battery.
It's right twice a day, as my granddad always said.
It's there for looks.
Right 2 times a day.
Hublot watch and
Yeah.
Get your hublet. There's a guy was telling me about $1 million watch.
Oh, they're out there.
What?
Patek Philippe or whatever?
How?
Why not?
Why?
Some fool will buy it. They
He's
don't
not gonna
got to make
spend more than
100,000 of
$3,000.
them. They sell a few a year.
Bad Bunny's got one, I'm sure.
I'm sure he does. Why
He's
not?
got that
Tells
kind of
time in
jack.
Spanish.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, who's the only quarterback to average more than 10 yards per attempt in Super Bowl play? Brought to you by La Feta Delicatessen.
and now he's been a great assistant coach, defensive coordinator for many years. So I think it's a good move for him. It'll be interesting to see what kind of offense they can run with Scatterboo and Dart and the weapons they have there. I think they have some weapons there, but we'll see what he's going to be able to do with that crew.
They get Malik Neighbors back. They got one of the best young wide receivers, in the game, and a quarterback that showed potential. Let me ask you this: so, if he would turn the Giants into a top 10 offense, like he gets a head coaching job right away, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he does. I think that there's a lot of owners out there that
there's no shadow from John. Sorry to interrupt you, but there's no shadow from John Harbaugh. Like that would be like, okay, Matt Nagy did this.
Absolutely, and I think that's good for him. I think, hey, listen, make it or break it on your own laurels as a coach. I think Matt Nagy is a fine coach. Once again, nothing against Andy, but it's hard to be Andy Reid's offensive coordinator, I think. I mean, because, I think it all kind of, he obviously takes the input from his coaches, assistant coaches, but I think when it comes down to it, to a crunch times type of a situation, that he's going to go with his gut and not anybody else's. And that when I'm saying his, I'm talking about Andy Reid. I think that John Harbaugh is going to let Matt Nagy be the offensive coordinator. He's going to either rise or fall on his own merit. And if he turns it into a top 10, which I really think he has a great opportunity to do it, I think Matt Nagy's taking a good spot for him because there is a lot of young players there with Dart and Neighbors and Scatterboo. And I think that offense just needs some organization. It needs an influx of new blood, and we'll see what he can do. But I think you're exactly right, Soren. If he, after even 1 year, if he's a top 10 guy there, that there'll be some, obviously, every year it seems like there's a bunch of head coaching jobs opened up, and that'll give him an opportunity to be a head coach again.
Let's flip it around, Tim, and let's talk about what happens if the New York Giants are a top 5 or 6 offense and the Kansas City Chiefs are sitting at 17, 18, 19. What happens here in Kansas City?
Well, there's certainly going to be a lot of scrutiny on that. Obviously with Eric Bieniemy, who I'm a big fan of, I'm hoping that he has the ability to work with Andy Reid and turn this offense around. If you study history, the history says that, they've had success together and that EB should thrive under Andy Reid. I think it does take a little bit of pressure off of Eric Bieniemy because Andy Reid is, basically the figurehead on that offense. But yeah, absolutely. If Matt Nagy goes over there and it's a top 5 offense, there's going to be a lot of people saying, "Hey, listen, why doesn't Andy Reid let his offensive coordinators coordinate? Why doesn't Andy Reid let his offensive coordinators, be the coaches that they can be?" Listen, Andy always says, "Listen, those offensive coordinators are guys who call plays," but I don't think anybody's sold on that. I just don't think that most people that follow the Kansas City Chiefs.
Nobody's buying that. I won't even I've heard there's some people around town that are trying to say Matt Nagy called the plays. He did not. That is categorically wrong, and I won't even. I don't even know who. You got to be the dumbest fool to be buying that crap. That's not how it works. Okay, that's just I can't stress how that is so incorrect. I think to me, the thing that. Listen, as I put here and say, what would happen, right? Whose job is on the line, right? Because you cannot have Patrick Mahomes, even coming off a knee injury, and finish 21st. I know what they're going to say is when he went down, they were 10th. Oh, they were 10th, not having a good day against the Chargers. But in the last 3 games, they were so bad without Patrick Mahomes, they fell to 21st in yardage offensively, okay? Right. And if you turn around with Patrick Mahomes and you go 16, 18, 15, I mean, if you're not, I'd almost say easily in the top 10. I'm not saying you have to be 3 or 4, but if you're not 8 and 300 yards in front of 11, then I honestly, I'm going to say it. This is the clock on Andy Reid. Yeah. Right? People don't want to say it. Everybody wants to sit and go, well, that's not going to happen. And okay, but what if it does? Because I know no coach. Andy Reid doesn't like hearing this. I'll bet you Brett Beach doesn't like hearing us talk like this. None of the assistant coaches like hearing us talk like this. But if you're Clark Hunt, this conversation that we're having right now is what you need to be having. You need to be having that conversation with whoever your trusted circle is beyond Andy Reid and Brett Veach, the people that are about making the decisions about Andy Reid and Brett Veach. And then you need to have that conversation with Brett Veach, and then you need to have that conversation with Andy Reid. Like, I just think for the betterment of the team, if Clark Hunt does not have a conversation at some point during this offseason going, look, Andy, let's talk about this. And if Andy even begins to resist, you go, I am the boss, okay, and you are 68 or will be in March. I want to talk about what is the sign in your mind. What do you think is the sign that, hey, maybe it's time for a change? And I would listen to, hey, if we're not good offensively, the next year I'll hire a guy and he calls the plays. Okay, but we have a plan.
Yes.
Right? We have a number. We're on the same page. We're not going to get our feelings hurt if a year from now the Chiefs have disappointed offensively and I come down to your office, Andy, and go, okay, who are we hiring to call the plays? Because it's not – it's not Eric, or is it Eric? Okay, fine, it's Eric. But I want to be clear, to me, he is not on the hot seat, but he's sitting next to it.
Because you mentioned something in that's not just the performance of the offense, but the 68 part and the history of coaches at that age or older. So it's two separate things that are working against them. There has to be a conversation.
And I know if you're a hardcore Chiefs fan, you're like, I can't believe you're talking about this guy. I am not saying to fire him, right? But we try to be proactive here and not just reactive. If this team goes 5-12 next year, everybody's going to be calling me, bitching at me, telling me Bieniemy left for a reason, and why do you do? Okay, right. We can all read that sign, but I'm sitting here saying, to me, you do not want the Andy Reid era to end with a contentious firing.
Yeah.
So that's why you have the conversation now with your people and find out, okay, what do we expect from this season? What's reasonable?
Yeah. And you got 5 more years with the Hall of Fame quarterback. You got one further away.
Yes.
31, 32, 33, 34.
Yes, you cannot. Yeah. He's still in the prime for, like you said, about 5 more years, and you cannot spend age 31, 2, 3, making your coach feel good.
See, I think you're onto something. I think that conversation's already kind of been had, where Clark Hunt is, he called him into his office, and Clark is sitting back in his chair, and he's kind of laid back and just said, hey, coach, what are we going to do about this offense? Maybe he even said, maybe we need a little bit of change, some new blood. He might even said, I'm not sure if Matt Nagy is the answer. I don't think that Clark Hunt would ever be the guy that would say at this point, say, hey, you need to hire somebody else. But he might have inferred that, hey, listen, you might want to think about, having somebody with fresh eyes look at this, and let's see what we could bring in. And then they brought in Eric Bieniemy. But to your point, after the season, if things didn't get to where Clark Hunt wants them, and the Kansas City Chiefs organization wants this offense, and the fan base wants this offense, then the next meeting next year where that comes up, Clark Hunt isn't laying back in his seat. He's sitting up and he's leaning over his desk and saying, hey, listen, you know what? We gave you an opportunity to bring Eric Bieniemy in. Is he calling the plays? Well, he has a lot of input. Well, no. Is he calling the plays? Because if he's not calling the plays, then you got to give him an opportunity to call the plays. And if he is calling the plays, it's not working, and we got to do something else. I agree with you wholeheartedly because, listen, you're exactly right. It's a disservice to Patrick Mahomes to have him in his prime for the next 4 or 5 years and not have an offense that's running on all cylinders and an organization that has an opportunity with a generational quarterback to win multiple Super Bowls, and you don't have somebody calling the plays that is on the same page as the quarterback and that offensive room. So I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Listen, it may be inevitable with a competitor like Andy Reid, who, let's be clear, is a ruthless competitor. You don't dive right, but you don't have it wrap with Philly the way it did and go through the personal tragedy that he went through there at the end and then turn right around and jump right back into coaching unless you are just addicted to the competition. He is a ruthless competitor. But I also think he is a guy that looks out for his people. And I think part of looking out for his people makes them better as a football team because I think everybody's in and wants to win for coach. You remember what it was like when they won that first Super Bowl? Yeah. Everybody was working as hard as they possibly could because they wanted to win one for Andy. That's how much Andy
Every
Reid,
player said that Super Bowl.
Yeah. They did. The coaches did.
Win one for Big Red.
You look at the NFL films of all the people coming up to him, Mark Donovan coming up to him, the sheer joy that everybody felt for Andy Reid beyond their own personal joy. So that is a part of what makes him good, is that everybody wants to make it work. You want to, at all costs, avoid a Tom Landry ending, okay?
Yeah.
But it may be inevitable because he may be such the competitor that he's never going to say, like Lou Holtz at some point said it's time to wrap it up at South Carolina, right? Like, and he didn't hit rock bottom or anything, but he's just like, okay, I'm moving on. Or somebody said it to him, but it was a pretty graceful exit. He left. Steve Spurrier came in. South Carolina, I don't remember what they did his last. You might look that up, Curtis. What he did his last year at South Carolina, but I don't remember it bottoming out and being this awful ending. It was an awful ending in Dallas, and it was time for a change. And everybody was talking about that's no way to send a coach out. You're in the win business, okay? And so that's why I think it's a disservice to not have that kind of conversation with him right now. To not, make sure. And to me, it's just good management. Go ahead.
He went out a winner, 6-5.
6-5. Okay. But a winner. But Lou Holtz has had many better seasons, right? He clearly could tell. Okay, it's time to go.
That was
direction.
on the heels of 5-7 and 5-7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also when he first went there, I think he was 0-11.
Yep, first year 0-11.
Yeah, and he got them.
And then 8-4. His second year 9-3, 5-7, 5-7, 6-5.
Yeah, so he got them up off the mat and made them legit again, and was ready to hand it off.
Won 2 bowl games.
And like you said with Andy Reid, Lou Holtz, very similar. They're very, very competitive people, and they see that they just don't have it anymore. And I think that's what Lou saw.
Lou did
after those 3 seasons. They're 5-7, 5-7, 6-5. He's like, I'm doing a disservice to this university and myself.
Yeah, Lou saw it. Tom Landry didn't. We'll find out if Andy Reid sees it, right? Like that's to be determined because, like I said, I'm not here to villainize him. I'm here to celebrate the competitive nature. Sometimes the competitive nature will get in the way, and they will not be able to see that. Okay, listen, I don't have what this era demands of me. I just think that it is a very important conversation that Clark Hunt and Andy Reid owe to each other and to the franchise and to the fan base to have to try to know that, like, hey, you're not going to coach for 15 years, right? You're not, like, we know that. So we need to be on the same page of what the end looks like. And to that point, I think that's a big part of the reason why Matt Nagy's here. I don't think Matt Nagy leaves if this conversation has been had that I'm only going to coach one more year and I'm going to hand it to you. He was either told you're not the next guy, or he was told I have no plans to stop, right? Can we agree on that?
No, absolutely. Yeah, because, Matt Nagy would certainly be a guy that, if they had a kind of a renaissance in the offensive room this next couple of years, I don't think that, being 21st or 22nd in the league in offense is going to get you a head coaching job in Kansas City. But if he said, listen, well, let's turn this thing around together. I'm going to let you have a little bit more reign here to call plays, and we'll see how it goes. And, if we do well, you're in line to take this job. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that Andy Reid feels that he's got probably another 4 or 5 years left of coaching. I would bet that by the time he's 71, 72 years old, that you'd say, listen, it's time to pass it down. I think he wants to be there during the prime time of Patrick Mahomes.
Sure.
I don't blame him.
No, I don't either.
You?
No, I don't either. But doesn't a conversation like that take the pressure away from Andy Reid? Like, one, if it starts going south and he all of a sudden looks up and they're 3-7, he knows, okay, this is it. There's no jousting with the media. You can chill out and just be like, hey, it's a tough season. We need to get better. But you don't have to be antsy like you're fighting for your job because this is it. We've had this discussion. We know what the expectations are. Now, listen, you can say the expectations are to be back in the playoffs. I don't think the expectation is to win the division, right? I think you'd like to. I think you're capable of it. But I think the expectation is we have Patrick Mahomes, and barring some complication with his knee, we should be in the playoffs every year, right? Now, if Josh Simmons goes down and Chris Jones goes down and Rashee Rice goes down and Creed Humphrey goes down. Like, there are circumstances that you're just like, listen, we can't even grade this. This is just to kick the can down the road. We move it back a year, and let's see what happens. But, I mean, just a couple of injuries? No, because we saw the Chargers make it, losing both their tackles. We know the NFL is an injury business and is about managing the injuries. So I just think that having that kind of conversation, that kind of honest conversation, which I would think that Andy Reid and Clark Hunt could have, just makes the organization healthier, right? And you know where you're going. And I think Brett Veach should be a part of that conversation. It really should be those three, and maybe even Pat. Maybe that's a conversation that Patrick Mahomes is in, because I'll tell you what you don't need. If Patrick Mahomes ever steps to that podium and says, don't ask me, I don't make the calls, like that's it. Like the quarterback is sideways. He has been the most loyal soldier, never said anything wrong. He's dealing with more crap with his dad.
Yeah.
He never, no matter what issue has come up, whether it's been his brother, his father, his early on, it's been many years. I hate to even bring this up, but when his wife would be on social media and somebody would say something, he has handled all that perfectly. If there is ever a time that you can even kind of construe that Patrick Mahomes is questioning what's going on, you have got a 4-alarm fire happening there. And so I would probably include him in that conversation as well.
No more true of a statement has ever been made. You are exactly right. Patrick Mahomes, if there's ever any kind of crack in that veneer of his loyalty to Andy Reid, Clark Hunt will pull the trigger in a second. There's no doubt about that. And listen, for everybody out there that's like, we're not pounding on Andy Reid.
No.
We're just discussing the different options, the different things that are the reality of a business. This is a business. The Kansas City Chiefs organization in the NFL is a business. And if that business model is not working, if that business model is not living up to the expectations that has been laid on it by Andy Reid himself. Andy Reid has made these expectations. He's been to Super Bowls. He's been to playoffs. He's turned Patrick Mahomes into a generational, maybe one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the history of the NFL. And then all of a sudden now you have that window of Patrick Mahomes kind of closing on a way too early exit. You have to make a move. And listen, here's the thing that I do believe about Andy Reid. I don't think Andy Reid is a selfish person. I think Andy Reid is the kind of guy that, listen, if he sees that his message is not being executed, if his plan is not being executed, if he's losing the players. I loved Marty Schottenheimer like a father. He was one of my favorite guys. When I rake the coaches I played for, Lou Holtz is number one, Marty Schottenheimer is number two. And, I haven't played for a lot of them. I've been blessed that way. But when Marty Schottenheimer, you knew and he knew that his message was not being heard anymore. Is Andy Reid that much better of a coach than Marty Schottenheimer? I don't think so. I think that Marty Schottenheimer just, for one reason or another, and we've talked about it before, whether it was philosophy, whether it was work ethic or whatever, it just, his guys just didn't have the juice at the end of the season, and Andy Reid's guys did. Andy Reid had a generational quarterback, a quarterback that could carry a team and win games at the end like no other quarterback, maybe other than Joe Montana way back in the day, to carry wins out at the end of games and take you out of the fire and win a football game. Marty Schottenheimer never really had that. But you know what? Marty Schottenheimer knew it was time to go on. And you know what? And I don't think that Clark Hunt was begging him to stay. And I think the same thing is going to happen here, where if for some reason Andy Reid starts to kind of get back to a 500 season and doesn't make a playoffs a couple of years, I think that Andy Reid's going to know that it's time to either retire or go somewhere else. I don't think he'll ever go somewhere else, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. All right, let's take a break. We're talking to Tim Grunhard. We'll come back. We'll talk about the Super Bowl. What can we take away from it? What's going to happen in it? Tim Grunhard, football insider, life coach, Chiefs Hall of Famer, joins us each and every Wednesday here in the program.
The program with Soren Petro.
Did you Google it?
I did.
What does it say?
The testicles.
Weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at Heartland Men's Health, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at Heartland Men's Health. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600, or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices: Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
This is Justin Ruby with MDL Technology. Kansas City business owners, your technology shouldn't slow you down or distract you from running your company. At MDL Technology, we keep things working behind the scenes so you don't have to worry about it. We prevent problems, fix issues quickly when they happen, and help your business stay productive every day. Our local team supports businesses of all sizes with dependable, straightforward service. If you want less stress and fewer tech headaches, visit mdltechnology.com. Technology you can trust.
Wouldn't you like to take a vacation from your bills? Well, you can. With credit card balances at an all-time high and Golden Oak's 4.5% rate, you could be saving thousands of dollars after a simple phone call. Call today and get your cash in as little as 14 days and make no payments for 2 months. Call 913-890-GOLD.
Golden Oak Landing, cured my blues.
5.442 APR, FHA 15-year, 20% equity, qualified credit, additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
Say, how's that utility bill? Even your level payment plan seems like it's tilting uphill? But wait, Airman here with some good news to re-level the playing field. Midwest Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is now offering up to $1,400 in rebates on qualifying Lennox home comfort systems. But hold on, there's more. Midwest is also stepping up with 60 months 0% financing with approved credit. And the newest Lennox systems produce air that is more pure, run quieter, and are significantly more efficient. So much so that your new lower utility bill will seem like a late Christmas present. $1,400 rebate and 60 months at 0%. Now that's more like it. Go to MidwestHeating.com or dial 943-8787 for details. And as so many of your neighbors have for the past 7 decades, trust your air to the best. Midwest. Midwest Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Jazz, a Louisiana Kitchen. Let the good times roll. The construction is finished and parking in the garage off State Line Road is open in 3 free hours with validation at Jazz. As always, Jazz has great daily specials. Tuesday, half off chicken a la mer, and Thursday is our half shell raw oyster special. And of course, happy hours Monday through Friday, 3 until 6, along with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 till 3. Jazz, the original location on State Line or the Legends in Village West.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM using bonus code Bethany and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Get into hockey, basketball, and more of your favorite winter sports with same-game parlays, live betting, and more. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Sign up with bonus code Bethany and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. BetMGM, make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Missouri only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements, rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly.
Ready to crush your fitness goals? Sweat off the pounds or rejuvenate your body? Then it's time for a new sauna or hot tub from ProBuilt Pool and Patio. Come test out our hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas before you buy them at our showroom in Riverside. Mention this ad and save up to $1,500 on select models. We have the best selection on hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas, along with the best prices in Kansas City, plus easy financing for those who qualify. So stop by and see us today, 4708 Northwest Gateway Avenue in Riverside.
Welcome back here to the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. We're talking football with Tim Grunhard, as we like to do. Timmy, the Super Bowl is going to be played on Sunday without the Kansas City Chiefs. Boo. Doesn't happen very often. What should the Chiefs be taking away from the Seahawks and Patriots?
Well, I mean, I hope that they get that hunger back. I think that a lot of the guys on the team saw it as a rite of passage to go to the AFC Championship and a rite of passage to play in the Super Bowl. And that's not saying that they weren't trying hard or they weren't working hard, but I think that they thought it was just about, after the last 6-7 years where they've been in just about every Super Bowl and every AFC Championship game, that they thought it was kind of a given that things are going to work out. Patrick Mahomes is going to work his magic, and we're going to go to the AFC Championship and have an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. And now they're looking at it, from their couches and watching it on TV. And I think that hopefully that hunger will be back. I also think that, you have to realize that you have to have a balanced offense and a balanced defense in order to get to where you want to go in the Super Bowl. When I say balanced offense, they've got to have some sort of running game to help Patrick Mahomes. On the defensive side, if you look at the Seahawks, they get more pressure with 4 than any other team. They get after the quarterback. They don't bring a lot of pressure. They do disguise a lot. McDonald does a really good job of showing blitz, but not yet bringing blitz. So I think that's a thing that they're going to have to look at and maybe address in the draft. I'm not a huge fan of bringing in another rush end or defense outside linebacker / guy that's going to get after the quarterback, but maybe that's something they need so they can get after the quarterback with 4 and take a little bit of pressure off of their secondary. So you're going to see that with the Seahawks. The Seahawks are going to get after the quarterback. Drake May has struggled this playoff. I think he's had been sacked 15 times. He's turned the ball over a couple times in the pocket with fumbles, and they've been able to get after him. Will Campbell, who's their left tackle, has been struggling in the playoffs. So I think what the Chiefs will look at and say, listen, look at how you can get pressure with 4. Spags, God bless him, he does everything he possibly can to get pressure on the quarterback, but he always has to bring somebody. He's got to bring 5. He's got to bring 6. He's got to kind of trick a lot. I was going to say the bad word, but, trick F everybody and get after the quarterback with blitzes and pressures. But the reality is that doesn't work all the time, and teams are able to bounce back and able to make adjustments when you're bringing pressure all the time. You got to get there with 4. I think that's one thing they'll see.
Did you just invent a phrase there?
You never heard of trick blanking?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
But then again, I don't run in the societies that you do. So I don't.
I like it.
No, yeah, okay, I do. I enjoy it. I'll probably use it. Now the phrase I like it. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. No, I do agree with you. I think that's part of it. Like they play, statistically good defense, but they don't ever get people off the field. You know what I mean?
Right.
You put it. They don't just roar. I think they are I think they have an excellent secondary. I think they have really good linebackers. I think they have a couple of defensive linemen that are pretty good. Right? Pretty good, very good. I don't know where you want to put Chris Jones right now. He's not elite anymore. And George Karlaftis is pretty good, very good. Whatever label you want to put on him, he's not great, right? He's not one of the best, but he's. You'd love to have him. If I had 2 of him and a Chris Jones in the middle, I feel pretty good. So I do think that they're not far away from being good pass rushers as long as they cover well, because I think their secondary is excellent. I think their linebackers are very good, right? So I'm with you. Like if they can get the pass rusher, that's great. I think that's one of the real takeaways from these two teams is they are better and deeper on their defensive line, and the Chiefs have to improve that. Go ahead, Tim.
And if you look at what Seattle does, and for everybody who's going to watch Super Bowl, listen, I'm not that excited about watching the Super Bowl. I saw Kurtis's deal on Twitter about how many people are invited to your party, the less or more, and I think less is certainly winning the day with your Twitter question. And I think that's the way we feel as Kansas Cityans. But if you're going to watch the game, what do you look for? Here's what you look for. Mike McDonald is very, very similar to Spags in this way that at one point in his career, he was a big-time blitz guy. He would bring pressure all the time. But now that he has the Jimmies and Joes, that he can go after the quarterback with 4. So this is what you want to look for. The illusion of pressure is just as good as bringing pressure. The illusion of pressure causes what? Hesitation. And once again, whether it's hesitation on the offensive line, whether it's a quarterback having to, say, okay, I'm looking for this, and then all of a sudden it doesn't come, and he's got to make an adjustment in that split second to where he's going to throw the ball. The illusion of pressure and defensive schemes is so important. When you're able to hold the Rams to 27 points, and the Rams have been scoring points lights out. The Rams played a hell of a football game, but the big play in that game was down inside the 10-yard line in the illusion of pressure, the illusion of bringing all-out blitz in that area, and then only bringing 4 and getting to the quarterback and stopping the Rams in that situation was the key. So everybody in Kansas City, that's what you want to look at. You're going to see 5, 6, 7, 8 guys up on the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden they're only going to rush 3 or 4, and they get to the quarterback. That's what the Kansas City Chiefs need to do.
You know what the other takeaway, one of the other big takeaways is for me from this game, if I'm sitting at One Arrowhead Drive? You know how many draft picks these two teams collectively have made? So they over the last 4 years, they should each have had 56 picks, 7 picks, one in each round.
Average team.
56 picks. How many picks do you think they've made the last 4 years? These two teams combined.
It's got to be a bunch. If it fits into the Soren Petro theory of drafting, which, I know you're leading the
No, you're wrong. Only 17. All they did was trade up. It's amazing. No, you're on the right track. You're on the right track.
I would say that they average more than the 56.
Yeah. They have these two teams collectively have made 79 draft picks over the last 4 years. They have one of them. I can't remember which one it was. One of them has made 41, and one has made 38. Right.
Essentially 10 per team per draft.
Yeah. Basically, they average 10 picks per draft, and the Chiefs are going with 5 to 7 every year. Like the one thing that jumps at me about their drafting is they threw a lot of picks at it. Right, and so you're like, oh, Ramondre Stevenson, 4th-round pick. Yeah, because, they had 3 of them. They ought to get one of them right. It gives you that margin for error, and I think that's one of the big takeaways. This team has got to start acquiring draft picks.
Well, starting with the Patrick Mahomes draft back in the day, that was kind of the MO of the Chiefs, is they were drafting a bunch of people, and they've kind of fallen off of that since they've been on this run, maybe because they're picking 31 and 32 all the time. But they have kind of come off of that theory of bringing a bunch of draft picks in and having those lottery tickets and hoping that you score. And Brett Veach, I think, has done a nice job of evaluating talent and bringing in guys that can play right away. And then the dirty little secret, guys, is that you have a bunch of guys, right? If you have all those picks, let's say that 7 of those guys make the team and 6 of them are playing pretty consistently, guess what? Your salary cap is really, really low because you got guys all on those rookie contracts. The Chiefs are always so swamped with salary cap issues. What are they, minus $57 million or something crazy like that right now? And they're going to have to make all these adjustments. You can't win that way. Once again, the Soren Petro, the Patriot way, you and Bill Belichick. Now, Bill obviously didn't make the Hall of Fame in the first round, and Soren, you certainly would if it was up to the radio people. You'd be the first ballot.
I'd be left out on some BS,
some technicality. There you go. Yeah. But the reality is, guys, I think you're right. We need to get back to bringing in a bunch of guys in the draft, developing those guys, and they have the people that can do it. We've seen it. Once again, studying history. If you study history, all those guys that came up and they were in their 3rd or 4th year of being on the team when they won all those Super Bowls. That is the formula to win Super Bowls.
Tim, the formula for a great segment is to get you on the air. We appreciate it, buddy. Great stuff as always. We will talk to you again next week, my friend.
I can't wait. We'll talk a little bit about Super Bowl. Who you like?
Yeah, I want the Seahawks to win. I fear the Patriots will.
Yeah,
Who you taking?
I think Seahawks.
Okay, there it is. Tim Grunhard is the best.
It's time for the La Feta Italian Delicatessen end of the hour question. Located on the southeast corner of 143rd and Metcalf. La Feta Delicatessen. Bread made fresh each morning, coupled with the freshest ingredients and sauces created in-house for you each and every day.
All right, in what city was the coldest outdoor Super Bowl ever? Brought to you by La Feta Delicatessen.
Start the new year feeling comfortable. Men, if frequent bathroom trips are slowing you down, it could be an enlarged prostate. Jeff Montgomery here. I stopped putting it off and contacted Dr. Brown at Miva Medical. The non-surgical treatment was quick and covered by insurance. Contact Miva Medical, miva-medical.com.
Planning to sell your house? Have Keystone KC Foundation Repair inspect your foundation and catch issues before they show up on an inspection. Keystone KC, raising the standard on foundations.
Fourth quarter of the program begins right now. Finishing strong here on a Wednesday. We're going to talk some football with the man who invented the DVOA. He invented it in his garage.
Yep.
With hammers and tools, power tools and such.
And a box of scraps.
That's right. Some scrap metal.
MacGyver.
Came up. He invented it. Aaron Schatz is going to be with us. He is the chief analytics officer of FTN Fantasy, so we'll talk to him, get his thoughts on the Super Bowl. Right now, let's get you the things you need to know. Coach is talking today as we get ready for the big game. Let's hear from Mike Vrabel first, head coach of your New England Patriots. Everybody's favorite, right?
I think so.
The Pats. Vrabel was asked how he was able to get his team turned around in just 1 year.
Well, I think getting the right people in the building. I think we were intentional about trying to make sure that when the players returned, there was a program in place that they could look at, that they could believe in, that they wanted to be a part of, and that they wanted to protect. That's what we set out to do much before the players were even into the building. Felt like we were intentional with what we did in the offseason about building a team, bringing guys together from every background and every different experience. And I didn't think that it was important to go out on the field in minicamp. I felt like it was more important to spend that time getting to know each other and trying to build that before we went out and tried to run plays.
Interesting.
Getting guys together.
Yep. More valuable to get the team together than to run plays. I could see taking over a team. They brought in a lot of new people. Hard to argue with the result.
Yeah, no.
They've lost 3 games since the beginning of the season.
Yeah. They also played one of the easiest schedules.
Yeah, we kind of detailed either Monday, was it Monday or was it last week, about 11 of the 17 were against teams whose coaches will not return.
Yeah.
3 others against the NFC South and 2 against the Jets.
Who are going to bring their coach back.
Yes, amazingly.
Bizarro world in and of itself.
And the other one was the Bengals, who also didn't make the playoffs.
But it does speak to, he obviously, it's not just about the plays.
Yeah.
He's saying it's about the chemistry and the guys. Have you seen their little rallying cry?
I don't think I have.
One of the guys was coming off the field and had bottles on his fingers and he was tapping them. And he did the
Warriors. Oh, that's fantastic.
Come out and play. Which is a 70s movie.
Yep.
About like a, I guess it was a gang, but, they were kind of a weak gang. But anyway, that's their thing. And I guess like when they won, he did the Warriors come out and play. It's
that's very cool.
He is the guy that I think seems like the most knows when to push.
Yeah.
When to make it fun, when to do all those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they did bring a lot of people together, put a lot into free agency,
yes.
Right? A lot of different free agents came over. Vrabel was asked about building a team through free agency.
Well, I think you just have to be very intentional with the people that you're bringing in. I think, sometimes free agency, you have to be able to use it. People use it in different ways. It's a part of our business. It's another way to acquire players and player acquisition. Understand that you have to be convicted on the person that you're bringing in as a player, and also the impact that they're going to make in the locker room and around the building and in the community. So, I appreciate what everybody did and their efforts, and Elliott and Ryan and Stretch. I appreciate what they do to help us steer us in the right direction as it relates to the players that we're going to try to acquire.
Gene Michael was stick. Willie McCovey was part of the I just Squee and Big Dog and Ray.
Cat Butt.
Pookie and them.
Yeah, the whole crew. They were all there.
Your mom and them. Amazing work to get all those. But I like the idea of just being very deliberate. They didn't, just
right.
Let's just sign a bunch of guys. Everyone they signed, they really, maybe that seems obvious, but some teams just go, we're just gonna a team take over a 4-win team. We just need bodies. He went, no, we need good players.
All right, I'm going to give you.
We need.
I'm going to run down their depth chart, right? Because we talk about the draft. One of the things we've talked about a lot. We talked about it earlier. 79 draft picks in the last 4 years from these two teams, 41 and 38 respectively, that they built through the draft. But the free agent part, they turned the club around with a bunch of free agents this year. Here are the free agents, and this won't even count. I'm sure there's 2 or 3 that are, if not more, that are on the IR. But just looking at their depth chart right now, here are the free agents that start. Wide receiver Matt Collins, wide receiver Stephon Diggs, Garrett Bradbury was a cap cut, but that's basically the same thing. Center, Morgan Moses, right tackle, Hunter Henry, tight end. On defense, Milt Williams, defensive end, Curious Tunga, nose tackle. Harold Landry, linebacker. Robert Spillane, linebacker. Let's see. They claimed Christian Ellis off waivers, linebacker. Clavon Chason, linebacker. Their entire starting linebacking core.
That was the guy that wrecked Wanya Morris for the Raiders last year in that game, that one play.
Charlton Davis, corner. Jalen Hawkins, safety. And that's it. I mean, but that's
8.
It's more than that. One,
8 on the defense, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4.
I thought maybe I lost track.
On the defense. This one does show like a nickel, so it's really 12. Yeah. So 8 of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on defense, and on offense 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So
6. When you count the fullback.
14 of most 23.
24.
Yeah, 24. That's crazy.
Because they got 3 wideouts and a fullback on here.
That's some damn good first year. That's probably why he decided we need to get everyone together and figure out who's who before we try to go out there and run a bunch of plays.
You know, when we talked about, okay, is this going to be like a memorable Super Bowl, or is it going to be something that we look back on and go, oh wow, one of the greats of all time, or are we just going to look at it and be like, yeah, it was whatever it was. It's kind of a one-off. Both these teams are well under the cap for next year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Patriots are going to stay that way for a little bit because their quarterback doesn't get expensive. Darnold goes up by $24 million. He goes from like $14 to $38 million, or maybe it's $14 to $34 million, something like that. But they still got room. They still got room. So both these teams are not going anywhere.
No.
At least as far as just from a cap blowing them up.
And for what it's worth, draft picks next year, New England has 11. Seattle
this year, you mean the 26th draft?
26th draft. The next draft, I should have said. New England has 11, and Seattle only has 4.
Okay.
11.
They seem to have a plan.
Young, talent, really good coach. Damn it.
Who identified good free agents.
Yeah.
And then was able to put them all together.
I wish I didn't like him. I mean, Mike Vrabel is about as likable a opposing head coach as you're going to find in all of sports. You watch him for 5 minutes, you're like, yeah, I'd play for that dude.
Yeah. There's a little bit of Bill Self in there. Like, I hate his team. Not me, but I'm saying for like you, from your perspective, being a Mizzou guy, you hate his team, but you totally like the guy. And I think that's how it is with Vrabel. He was asked how the Seahawks get so much pressure by bringing just their line.
They play with great technique. They play with great effort. They're talented. Different skill sets. You may look at Murphy, and he has one skill set. You look at Leonard Williams, different skill set. Both play square. They play with their hands. The edge guys set, sometimes vertical edges. Sometimes they mix in some movement. They don't get moved off the line of scrimmage, and so if you don't move the line of scrimmage, it's going to be hard to run the football.
Yep.
Was that not just like a quick checklist and here are all the things you want to accomplish?
Bing, bang, bong.
Are you a young coach? Are you coaching junior high football?
Yeah.
Here's a list of things to accomplish if you want to pressure the quarterback with your D-line.
Yeah. Broke it all down succinctly, but still completely.
Yeah. I think that there's a trend here, like the attention to detail for Mike Vrabel. Like, he really gets the details of the game. Because here he is, he's asked why his team is so good at both executing play action, but also defending play action.
You have to be able to transition. If you don't pressure and you don't time up the pressure with play action. Again, they're trying to get people blocking at the line of scrimmage. They're trying to marry their run actions with this system, which as far back as I can remember in this system, and Clint's done a great job of marrying their run actions each week. It's difficult to prepare for. So you get linebackers that are now coming up to the line of scrimmage, opening up passing lanes at the second and third level, and usually finding ways to protect the quarterback with 7 guys in there. So big thing for us has always just been about transitioning and making sure that we're able to get back, we're able to panic when we're not pressuring, and that we're able to get into those throwing lanes.
His answer was exclusively about his defense. He didn't really talk about the offense, although that's why the question was asked. But I think panic is an interesting term.
Yeah.
But he talked about that transitioning. Yeah. Oh.
We think it's run. No, it's not. We gotta change what we're doing now.
Yep, and get to the right spot. They're amazingly well coached. You watch them on defense, and you just like, God, there's always somebody in the right spot. And man, they got some dudes who will flatten you. Ellis is one of the guys that kind of stands out, but every one of that secondary linebackers, they just hit, man.
Yeah,
they are a reflection of him.
And they're 1 year in with him.
Yep.
Great. Super. Welcome back to the party, Pats. Since
I heard some New England fan was on Twitter or something complaining about
and they came to party.
Got back.
They came to party. They didn't drive.
No. Yeah. After their downturn, their lull.
After that drought.
Finally, that drought of 3 or 4 years.
What was it? The last conference championship game was
18 that they were in.
They didn't make it to the conference championship game? No, that's right. Tennessee did. Tennessee took them out in 19. So, yeah.
I think they got back to the playoffs in 20 or 21. Blown out.
They were out in
Buffalo.
20, but 21 they got there with Mac Jones, didn't they?
They destroyed by the Bills by like 30 points in Buffalo, the wild card game.
All right, Mike McDonald. Listen, everybody up in Seattle raves about Mike McDonald. They love what he's doing. They think this is no fluke for sure. He went 10-7 in year one, missed the playoffs off a tiebreaker, and now the number one seed for the NFC and favored by 4.5 points in this game. McDonald was asked why Darnold has been able to eliminate the turnovers that have been plaguing him back before Week 11.
I don't know if it was just like, hey, Week 11 happened, let's draw a line in the sand. All of a sudden we're changing a bunch of stuff. I think you're looking at the product of, evolution over the course of this season of just kind of sticking to our process and not panicking when things didn't necessarily go our way and doubling down on how we want to play football. But Sam's been decisive the whole way, and he's done a great job really in the last whole season, but definitely this last month or so in this final stretch.
Looking for the numbers of what those turnovers were.
As far as...
Yeah, just a breakdown of the last...
Well, I can tell you.
Let's see, since Week 11... Yeah, he's been quite good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 interceptions, but... What was that, 16? I can just do this. I didn't do it.
Well, you thought it would tally it?
Some game log pages do, but the one on the player's homepage does not.
I don't know when their bye week is, so I think it probably here's where it starts. It definitely starts after this 4 INT game he had against the Rams.
Yeah.
Since then, he is 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
I will point out when he was throwing the INTs, though, in the first 11,
he was throwing touchdowns too.
Yeah, 4-2, 5-2, 9-3, 11-3, 12-4, 16-5, 17. So yeah, 17-10. He was 17-6. The game that stands out is the 4 INTs with the Rams. He was 17-6 before that. It's not like the guy sucked.
Right. Almost half of the picks in the first 10 weeks were in that one game.
Yeah, 17-6 before, and
12-4.
Yeah, 12-4 since. So settle down.
Yeah.
Like we got
the blank down.
Well, what's he done to eliminate the turnovers in all those games except that one? Really?
More than a quarter of his interceptions were.
Because, he fumbled the ball 5 times before that 4 interception game. He's fumbled the ball 7 times since. So if you meant turnovers and not interceptions, even that's wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes we ask questions just because we want to hear our voice. That might have been one of them.
I know I do.
Now that I look at it, that might have been one of them. But that is kind of the theme. Oh, he's really turned it around after that Rams game. No, he had the Rams game.
Yeah.
He had a bad day.
Just they haven't lost since then, so everyone kind of he had a 4 interception game in a game they lost. They haven't lost since, so that clearly was the turning point.
By the way, in that 4 INT game, he almost won it too.
I know. Yes.
So settle down on that too. What was the final score in that game?
21-19.
Yeah, 21-19. On the day, 29 of 44.
At
So
LA.
they clearly needed him to get the ball into the air. 29 of 44 for 279. I will say this. He was not sacked, and he still threw 4 picks. So it was definitely not a good day.
No.
But it was just the one day, so settle down.
Say it wasn't a good day.
McDonald's asked how Darnold has been able to handle adversity so well.
Yeah, Sam's just been so resilient. I mean, he's so steadfast in his approach. I think he's confident in who he is. I think he understands that how much his team believes in him and has his back. So just keep firing away, man. Keep being you. Go to the next play. He's the same guy after he has a perfect passer rating, and he's not strutting around like he just, solved all the world's problems compared to a game where maybe, we didn't execute as well as we did. So that's what you appreciate about him.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, he's matured a lot.
That whole team kind of seems to be that. That's kind of what you'd like to see through it's very Chiefsian.
Yeah.
Very Mahomesian. Good game, bad game,
I wish he would have said he was a mess until week 11.
Yeah. We figured it all out. These teams, the Patriots have played, 20 games, and the Seahawks have played 19?
Mm-hmm.
So how many 300-yard games do you think these two quarterbacks have had in their 39 games?
I'm going to say...
Are you going to do the Grunhard thing?
18.
And be like, well, I know why you do these things. You say 18?
Yeah,
okay.
Seems low, but I'll say 18.
18 of 39, okay.
Let me go lower than 15.
I think I might be low.
I'll let you change.
20.
Which is a bad sign if I'm going to let you change.
Yeah, so it was
18. Means you're going the wrong direction.
15.
4.
4?
4 total.
4. No.
3 from Darnold.
I know throw for 300 yards. No.
Drake May does have like a 294, 287, 282, 282, 281, 273, 270. But he danced near it. He's got a 380 against Baltimore. That's the only one of his career. Now he's only in his second year. But Darnold had 346 in the conference championship game, 346, 3-0. In a 38-35 loss to the Bucs, he went for 341, 4-1. And a win at Washington in November, he was 330, 4-1. So he can get hot. But, I mean, only 4. Was it, I mean, what you forgot about is that they both run the ball fairly well, especially the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, I mean, I think that speaks to they're not just dumping it all on their quarterback. Maybe something to think about, Just saying, here in Kansas City.
We're just saying.
We're just saying. McDonald was asked how they can upset Drake May's timing.
You have to play great football. They're a really good offense. They're really complimentary. If you don't force them to, they'll run it every snap. So you got to be able to control the game and put it on our terms. And then the thing that makes Drake, so dangerous, in addition to a lot of other quarterbacks in our league, is in addition to the arm talent, the processing, and the movement. He's got a playmaking ability late in plays. So we got to be relentless in how we play. And we talk about 12-1 with our rush, but he likes to escape up the middle. So we got to build the wall. Everybody work together and play relentlessly.
I'm looking at this. 47, 50. Is this right? Yeah, 56, 58, 60. 62 times Drake May has been sacked, counting the playoffs. He's fumbled it 14 times.
Wow.
Who doesn't turn the ball over will probably be the story of this game when it's all said and done. All right, these two teams played, more than a decade ago?
11 years ago.
11 years ago. McDonald was asked about whether or not they're out for revenge.
Last time out, Seahawks Patriots in the Super Bowl, it was a heartbreaking loss for the organization. Although there's no currently active rostered players that played in that previous Super Bowl matchup, do you think there's still kind of a mentality around the team, around the training facility, to kind of avenge that game for the sake of the organization?
No. We haven't talked about it once. And it's not due to a lack of respect for our teams and our history and what we've done in the past, but we're really focused on this game. Like it's funny. It's like a meme now, but when we say it's about us, it really is. You got to back that up with your actions, and that's how we live it every day. And right now, we're focused on how well we can go get ready to go play this game.
That guy had that question. That was the last question asked of Mike McDonald, I think, today. He's ready. Had it just phrased perfectly. Think it means anything? No.
Yeah.
Haven't thought about it.
Haven't
mentioned it once.
It should have just been no. And then just stood there. Okay, coach, thanks. That should have been it.
You like
no.
Haven't mentioned it once.
Haven't mentioned it once.
For the sake of the organization?
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm going to go over here to Loser Village.
Yeah. All right, one from Bill Self being asked about the Red Raider fans.
This is Hawk Talk last night.
Yeah, it's from Hawk Talk. Brian Haney.
Yep.
Hawk Talk featuring Brian Haney, also with Bill Self.
Featuring Brian Haney.
The chant at Texas Tech was the question. Bill Self talked about the Red Raider fans getting on Darren Peterson.
Darren didn't need any additional help, and Tech gave it to him, it seemed, late last night.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I'll let you take it from there.
Well, I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't really notice the crowd last night. Not saying it wasn't good, but I didn't notice it. And to be quite candid with you, a lot of times in Allen Fieldhouse, I don't notice it the way that fans notice it. But, there was obviously a little chant that was going on, and thank you. So that's all. I honestly don't think that had anything to do whether the ball goes in the hole or not. I don't believe that, but thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll leave it at that. Aaron Schatz is next.